I start.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. So we are here back in space once again. So, thank you for that informative introduction there. Okay.
Yeah.
So, gonna need a minute to compose myself after that. There we go. So when last we left the crew of the Happy Gadsworth, they were still on the Rock of Brawl, the large asteroid colony and popular trade hub within the Life Domain. And after saving Marco and Zilch, a turtle and construct pair from an alley mugging, they found themselves rather serendipitously drawn to employment. Rather lucrative employment at that. Through some negotiations and some suspicions, some much more than others, the crew learned of a somewhat dangerous and somewhat less than legal nature of the job. Flying into a abandoned, derelict sector that was last known to have been lost to the Crawl, an insectoid swarming race that cannot travel through interstellar space on their own, but wherever they land, they seed and they spread and they devour everything. They've been sent there to retrieve some sort of unknown artifact believed to have planar properties in nature. And again, they agreed to it. And with some less than careful negotiations, they managed to secure the work of a bizarre little auto-gnome artist who was looking for inspiration and exposure, an old Githyanki who had dealt with Crawl before, and one of the fair folk who was hiding in the ship and has revealed absolutely nothing and talked to no one the entire time. And with that little rudimentary crew assembled and some supplies retrieved, the crew departed out into wild space. And all in all, it was a largely peaceful voyage. Conversations were had, characters were built and searched, and some fish was even caught when they got out into the silvery void of the ether. But like all good
It is
things.
this big.
Mm-hmm. Now, like all things, that part of the voyage, the peaceful nature came to an end. And they entered into the system of no name, approaching the moon, the time is forgotten, searching for treasure, and trying to survive in the process. So, where we last left off, you had just exited out of the silvery realm of the Astral Sea. And you are immediately hit just with this absolute wall of stillness. If this vacuum you were in had an atmosphere, you'd see dust hanging in it. The star is old, rusty brown in coloration. Appears to have seen much brighter days. There are a few planets in their orbits, a few moons. Some signs of metallic glints of space junk. Some asteroids here and there. Bits of space detritus. And the little astrolabe on your navigation table has got a very clear heading for a moon dead ahead. Well, Happy Gadsworth crew, Floor is yours. What do you do?
Place is practically a tomb.
I mean, that's about what we expected, isn't it?
Yes, but it's always different seeing it in person.
Yeah.
It never really gets better. You hear Volk say from his little position leaning up against the railing. Never.
When it gets better for people, that's when this happens. In the first place.
Not exactly what I mean, but yes. What I mean is there is just such absolution to crawl attacks. Nothing organic is left in this system at all except them, if any of them are alive. It's not just the meat, it's not just the plants, it's the microbes.
How are they so precise?
Fuck if anyone knows. Anyone who's ever tried to observe it never made it out. Your best hope is to outrun it as quick as you can. No one's entirely sure how they do it.
That sounds more like a weapon than any biological thing should be.
Yeah, very much so. You run into any of them, they are hive-minded. Going after the stronger, higher-ranking ones does disrupt the lower-ranking ones around them.
Aim for the big ones first. Got it.
Yep, and try not to get your legs gnawed off in the process. It's a lot of different kinds.
That would be nice.
Yep.
Don't worry, I only have legs like half of the time.
And I'm not entirely organic.
You're organic enough for them, I assure you.
Oh, I'm sure. What should we keep an eye out for? Like,
Do they have ships like us?
No, not that I'm aware of. They just spread by latching onto a ship. Like seeds, barnacles.
do you know how to sweep the ship for them?
Yeah, I can do that. Takes a bit for them to grow. By the time you notice, they're usually capable of hatching and moving around. They're easy to dispose of, but,
Where there's one,
dangerous.
there's more.
Yes, and if one of them manages to escape into a port, that port's going to die.
Indeed. We'll have to do a thorough search once we...
Well, we're searching before we even exit into the Astral. They do not need to get out there either. They can't go there on their own. If even they get knocked adrift, they could end up, who knows where.
Not just the thought.
Yeah.
Do you know what the signs of them are that we should be watching for?
That entirely depends on how long they've been dormant and how long this planet's been, well, dead.
Did we know how long it was? I think
did
we
not.
heard.
They didn't
No?
actually know themselves, just that it was so
Okay.
old that records weren't really present.
That means people didn't escape to keep records.
So, if it's been recent enough, you'll find signs of disturbed Earth. That's about it. They burrow underground when they're sleeping. But if it's been long enough, there's been enough weather patterns, anything like that, any wind storms, you could be walking right on top of them and they won't even You won't even know until they've got you. Ones that got us were on an asteroid. We
So
were on the run.
basically keep our heads on a swivel.
You want everything on a swivel with them. But who knows? They told you that it's been a while. They might actually have all died out waiting. That has happened. Surveyors have found minerals on moons and then found mummified crawl corpses in there too. They don't last forever. But
I don't think we're so lucky as that.
no, I don't like our odds with that. It's never that easy.
It's better to go in cautious and expecting them to show up.
Yep. Your best hope is that they're so starved they're not going to be at full strength. On that note, should you get swarmed, that treasure's not as important as your skins. Run back to the ship. As much as I'd love soaking my sword in them, it's best that some of us stay back here. I know what to watch out for. If I see any of them coming, well, it's best to have some people on board just in case you need to take off or fire something.
Indeed.
I can't pilot a jam myself, but I believe, looking over back that way. How about you? Crazy Smurf is capable. Good.
How many pilots do we have altogether?
Sorry again?
How many pilots do we have altogether?
I know last time Slurp discovered they could pilot it.
Yep, every single one of you except Klax and Crazy Smurf can pilot.
Okay. No, that means, if we need to make a getaway, we have crew who could fire things up for us.
Yep, that's the plan. So fair warning, there's only 3 of us. If you 5 are going out, it means we have time to either fire or fly.
Not both.
Noted. Looks to Klax.
Yes, Oswin.
Fire or fly.
Captain.
What do you mean by as in, arm the cannons, or?
Like when we're running back to the ship, that we have enough people on board to either fly the ship or fire at the horde.
Basically that. You got one or the other to prioritize.
Yeah, if we come back running, they can either have the ship ready for us to fly off or have the ship ready to fire.
I
Right.
think escape might be preferable over fire, because if
Yes.
we can get to the air and they don't have flyers, we could return fire once we get safety.
Precisely.
Some of them can
And if-
fly, just not very far.
And
If,
I
if
asked
there's
about
as
the
many
note.
crawl as I've been led to believe, then trying to stem their numbers may be a fool's errand.
I mean, in most cases, yeah, but this is a dead place. Even if they're here, I don't think they're going to be here in their fullest numbers.
It is a dead world moon that has had activity, and a planar gate to be detected.
Fair point.
That's my greatest concern. Treasure may not be worth it. He says to what was the name of the Githyanki again?
Bulk.
Well,
It's like there may be profit to be made from this venture, but I'm more concerned of them slipping it through another plane.
That certainly is a frightening position to find yourselves in. I mean, if this thing's malfunctioning, creating gates, there's nothing to say they haven't already done it. At the very least, you can put a stop to it. Well,
theoretically, if they got through the gate already, the people on the other side, I think, would have made a fuss by now.
Now, if it opened up to a plane they could survive in. If they went somewhere like one of the elemental planes, they'd die out pretty quick. Nothing there to eat.
They said it was like in between, like the Earth and Fire plane, right?
That's what they said, yeah. That's what the most recent readings were showing.
Yeah. They said the most recent readings were kind of in between the Earth and Fire plane.
Magma, I believe.
Yeah. How does that sound for their survivability?
Nah. Not if meat cooks too much and it burns away. There's nothing for them to get nutrition from. They don't eat rocks. God forbid if they did.
Oh god. Eat the whole planet.
Believe me, I'm sure they've tried.
If the planet was made out of meat, then maybe.
Yeah.
Is there any planets made of meat?
I'm sure there are.
Plasmoid shrug.
Can I
watched
I
Sounds
Science
like
Camp, there is.
Slurp's Paradise.
Can I roll on that, PB?
Nod. Like, you see the pseudopod just nod.
You can roll for that. That would be, I'm going to say history.
Alright.
Meat planets.
Why is my natural 20?
Wow.
Fucking.
Now?
Of course. Of
You're
course.
very
What is
concerned
it?
about the planet made of meat.
This is a very, very specific realm of niche knowledge, Oswin. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, to Oswin, a lot of planets would be considered alive that others wouldn't consider alive.
This is true.
I was just referencing Carl Sagan's Meat Planet.
Well, I have to fill in lore holes now. Thank you.
Yes, you do.
Ramana, Ramana.
You keep that shit out of here.
God. L-Star.
All right, gonna DM you that.
Rivy's gonna look at Captain Clax and think at him. She's gonna think it's probably better to leave if we find anything and must retreat than try to stay and fight them off. Because if we get away, at least people will know that something happened here, and
Indeed.
instead of dying needlessly and nobody knows what's going on.
And then addressing more generally, it's like definitely no room for heroics. Needless heroics, that is.
Yeah,
Yes, if I'm about to die, please be heroic.
yeah.
I will be
I'm
as
not
heroic
gonna.
as I
Yeah,
can.
I'm not gonna leave anyone.
Normal
to die.
amounts of heroism, not suicidal amounts, understand?
Oh my god, BB, that's terrifying. Hey, you said.
I swear, Oswin, if you're saying there's meat planets out there,
Slurp perks up.
Their mouth is open, and when you say that, it closes.
Oh no, go on.
Please tell me where the
Well-
snack planet is.
It's not. I mean, I guess that's technically accurate. You're the snack, though.
Not if I eat it
Terrific.
harder.
Oh, is it a predatory planet?
It's a predatory planet. There are predatory planets, yes.
terrific.
What's terrifying,
Slurp just kind of
BB?
bubbles, and it's just like, I was just throwing words together. I wasn't expecting that to be accurate.
That's terrifying.
You throw enough blobs at a meat planet, it's gonna get eaten.
I mean, what?
Slurp's,
Oh god.
I was just
wait.
gonna make a joke about that's where I'll retire.
So wait. There are predatory planets. What if you threw the crawl on the predatory planet? Which would
Mm.
eat which?
That might
Whoever
lead
wins,
to
we
a
would
crawl
lose.
size or planet size crawl. Probably bad.
Anyway, I got distracted by knowledge.
I mean, to be fair, I was pulled away from this view by the thought of a meat planet. So understandable.
And
Yeah,
levity's good
well-
going into stuff like this. Believe it or
No,
not.
I looked it up.
Oh,
But,
I'm a
you know,
firm
in
believer in
training-
breaking the ice.
I looked it up in training because what you would consider living and what I would consider living in some cases can diverge.
Doesn't surprise me too much. I mean, you're mostly made of rock. It's only natural to wonder, oh, most planets are made of rock. Most people are made of meat. But I'm mostly made of rock, so what if there's a planet mostly made of meat?
You could get even more
That's all
scientific and just state that most people are just made of complex molecular compounds. Crazy Schmurf
I mean,
says.
you could do that, but
Technically, meat is made of minerals.
he's not wrong.
Now that's splitting atoms.
Yes. That was
Now-
the joke.
By that, Smurf, that means you could say that you are made out of meat.
Did I stutter?
I guess meat really is a matter of perspective.
I guess.
In the eye
Well,
of the
who's
meat
ready
holder.
to? Well, that's possible. That's a possibility. It exists somewhere out there.
I'm just
I've
picturing
heard things
the
about beholders.
pixie just watching us all talk like this and just be like, "What the fuck are you all talking about?"
I was about to join this conversation, but nah.
I mean, it's a
Yeah, just
it's a fae.
strolling up like the Eggman.
It's
a
a
fae.
fae.
This isn't that weird to them.
They've heard weirder
It's like-
shit.
No, they're probably just thinking, oh, y'all freaks. I might actually come out and associate.
Oh, you're that kind of mortal. All right. Fucking weirdos.
You're the fun ones.
Well, who is ready to meet and greet the dangers that await?
I look forward to the challenge.
I'm ready to go.
Slurp gives thumbs up with the suit. Also, Slurp will offer the spyglass to whoever wants to use their much better perception roll than theirs.
Huh?
It would not be revealed.
I'm not proficient, but I do have high-ish wisdom.
Yeah,
That's the spy?
Slurp's got a perception of 1.
I have a 3.
Slurp relies on Fizz for perception, but I don't think Fizz is going to help with this.
The
Hello.
spyglass gives advantage, right?
It does.
Alright then.
Yeah, I have a
Let
wisdom
me-
of 1.
Oh my god, am I the highest perception? What about the lady
Yeah,
with all the
You're
eyes?
the druid.
I have
my
a
God.
0.
Oh my god!
I have a 3,
I.
and I am proficient in it.
You're the sole wisdom caster in the party. Everyone else is intelligence or charisma.
Pretty much.
Alright.
So you got 2 of you with +3.
Mhm.
Noted.
Yeah.
And I only have the +3 because I am proficient in it.
Ooh.
I mean, Fizz has a +4.
That's a 10.
Noted. All right. Well, you're still not you're not even in orbit yet. You
Oh.
are approaching. You are approaching some of the asteroids and space junk surrounding this moon, though.
How about them?
Keep an eye on those, Oswin.
I'm not
Who's-
used to.
Piloting at the moment, because I think
I
Slurp was the last one.
I think
Slurp
it's
was?
yeah,
Okay.
Slurp. Slurp is still in the pilot seat in the little map.
We can just say that you guys have been having this discussion at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I only got a 10, but do I see anything on these asteroids with that?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's find out.
Oh, God.
Space slug, but tiny.
All right, math rocks, don't let me down.
Math rock.
Give me something fun here.
Math rocks, math
Hmm.
rocks.
All right. Letting out the spyglass, taking in what light you can from this dying star, which casts everything into a very dim, brown, dirty hue. Gazing about, the asteroids are just largely moving, rotating a little bit in their orbits. Nothing catches your eye for a little bit until you do see something.
Oh.
Briefly catches your eye off on the port side. You just see
Something
as one asteroid slightly passes through for the lens of your view, you see one leg, long, spindly, insectile leg, creep back behind another asteroid.
Oh. On the port, the asteroid. There's something on it.
Which one?
That one. Point. Can
Can
they
I
point to it?
Can I have Fizz make a check?
How far is the asteroid?
It's about 100 feet out.
Okay. So,
That's
an
cool.
insectoid leg? Does that sound like a crawl?
I didn't get a look at it, so I couldn't tell you.
Insectoid leg. That's all I got.
Hmm.
Do they have
Awesome.
insectoid legs?
They are bug people, so yes. Mind?
Okay.
He's gonna. I'll ask Ever the spyglass himself.
Ask it over.
I take
All right.
offense at the people part.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
dang,
that's right.
Vault.
13 have a thing.
Oh wow, Nat 20 with advantage. Damn.
Hey!
Volk has been a captain before, and it becomes very
Yeah.
clear that he could very easily take charge of the ship if he wished to, but there's just not the motivation there for it. Looks around. What the? Oh. Okay.
What? What?
None to worry about. Not yet, anyway. Give it about another 300 years and about 3 good meals.
What?
It's a baby asteroid spider.
Oh.
Oh,
Are
adorable.
they a
No, not
problem,
really. It could
or-
still eat you. It just... It's not going to be able to get you from here.
To be fair, a lot of things could eat me. A very determined space hamster could eat me.
Yeah, they could eat anything. Here, so hands the spyglass back to Oswin.
Slurp
Fact.
makes the ship give a wide berth of those asteroids.
There might be a whole nursery of them out here. It's hard to say.
Ruby,
Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
yeah, Ruby tilts her head. It's like, is that a good thing that they are here and with the crawl?
Well, if any crawl make it up into low orbit, they'll get eaten. These things don't care what they eat. If you see a mother one, though, you're going to want to get away as quick as you can. Those things will catch. In fact, hold on. Steps back and starts looking around. Any one of you have a spell that produces light?
Yes.
Oh, I don't even need to use a spell. And she just snaps her fingers and produces some light.
You put
Because
that on
that's
an
an-
object that I can throw?
Oh, yep. Here you
The
go.
ball bearing.
Yeah, ball
Taps
bearing.
the ball bearing. A hand
Alright.
on Gadsworth's face. Taps the ball bearing.
Just comes out like a gumball machine. All right. Dang. Okay. Good roll from Volk. Taking the little ball bearing, which is shining like a light. He yeets it off the side of the deck. At first, it's just you don't see anything. Then, boom, you see a little ripple as it passes through your air bubble and out into
Oh.
deep space. Just this little light flaring, and For a brief little moment as it nears that asteroid, you see a little bright line catching and reflecting it. Oh, so it has spun a web. Good to know. It's a little one, so it couldn't catch this ship if it tried, but it still could crawl on board if it wanted to. In fact, I bet I just got its attention.
Oh.
And as the light drifts by, you actually see like a little hermit crab. A bunch of legs come out facing from the rear side of the light of the asteroid there and start flailing towards that source of light. And as it turns, you see a much smaller version of this.
Ooh.
Eh,
Oh, fun.
fuck that.
Good to know.
Look at that tiny ballsy motherfucker in that picture, though. Like, what the
It
hell
is
is
a
that
lovely
spear gonna do to
specimen.
you?
It's like the guy going out onto the Nautilus to fight the Kraken with a knife.
Well,
Stab it.
I guess, like, in the absolute worst case scenario, we need to scuttle the ship. There we go.
Indeed.
Alright.
Duly noted. Giving that thing space.
It is gorgeous.
Again, it was a
I
big
appreciate
one.
it.
You would have noticed a lot more webbing. They wrap lots of asteroids together into a little trap of sorts. You try to navigate through, your ship gets stuck, asteroids start colliding into your ship and damaging it. Then they swoop in.
Crack
They're
open the
nasty.
shell. Get the meat
Yeah.
inside.
They're nasty when they get big.
Alright, give those asteroids a wide berth.
General good rule of thumb.
They're bad enough when it's not a spider trying to eat you.
Better them than the crawl, I guess.
Indeed. All right. Proceeding a little more carefully than before, watching for any signs of legs or anything emerging from any space junk. You approach the planet, the sensor pointing you towards its northern hemisphere. Thankfully, not too far from where you are. You approached it from a good angle. Thankfully, you managed to dodge some of the nastier encounters out here.
Hey.
So lucky you.
Hooray! Notice that he only said out here.
Yeah. So is there anything the crawl won't eat?
Never been around one long enough to see it.
Crazy Smurf might be okay. Or at least might not be on the menu.
They will try.
I wonder if a contingent of Warforged Autonomes and other Automechanica would be able to be available counter against crawl incursions.
They wouldn't be on the menu, but I'm sure they would defend themselves with the same ferocity.
And I'm sure seeing something up and moving around, edible or not, is still going to
Trigger
activate
as a
them.
threat.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, get a bunch of those Clockwork Horrors, pit them against the crawl.
God.
That's a thought.
Could be why they're there.
The worst part would be if they learn to cooperate because one takes the organic matter, the other takes the inorganic.
Ooh.
Love story for the universe.
Oh, I do not like that thought.
Is it a love story for the universe or a
I
nightmare?
have many bad thoughts, apparently.
I mean, hey, everyone else got to learn about meat hunts today. It's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry, but it does figure that Oswin the Earth Genasi would know about the horror of a planet made out of me when they come from a planet made out of rock, and they are rock.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The thing that should not be.
Her orange blood is almost magma-like too.
So Serp is going to be like, does anyone want to take over piloting, or should I bring us in?
I think landing will be fine. Unless you land right on top of them, in which case just take off again.
Okay,
Ugh.
let's find
I
a
trust you to bring
suitable
us in,
landing
Slurp.
site nearby.
You got this, Slurp.
What does Slurp have to roll to find a good landing spot near where this map's guiding us?
You'll need some eyes out on the horizon for that. But looking around you, let's go with...
Investigation?
Investigation will work, yes.
And could I have, unless someone was going to help me, I try to see if Fizz could help.
This isn't going to be too much use for this until you get down really low.
Okay.
But
Could I
someone
help
wants
us by scouting things out with the spyglass?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Investigation.
24, okay. All right, checking the sensors. And the ping from where the object in question you're looking for is. Thankfully, it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy walk there.
Hmm.
It's at the bottom of a canyon nearby, but it's a little too narrow to land the squid ship in.
Yes.
Well, canyon's
and
a bit of a strong word. It's not quite a massive dip into the earth. It's just a slight depression down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, that's bad to land something you want to fly away in if something could possibly get over you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, take us down somewhere flat so we have clear line of sight.
Preferably if you can. Oh no, there's not going to be any water here. No way. Crawl would still be active if there was. Water breeds microbes.
Yeah, does it all just look like blasted landscape?
Yeah, I was about to get to that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Entering in, getting past the atmosphere, which thanks to your air bubble, not too bad. Let me roll a weather die, actually.
Ooh.
Okay. As of now, nothing particularly. The skies are cloudy, but not particularly violent or overcast. You can see the faint, rusty light of the sky overhead and little bits of dusty wind blowing around your air bubble, not quite breaking into it, creating a very fascinating collection of ripples when the heavier particles hit it. But you can see the environment around you, and there is a nice little, somewhat flat plateau. But one thing you do notice is this place definitely was an organic world once. You see dried out what might have been vegetation once. Looks like it's just been desiccated out of anything that could have made it living. The ground is rusty red, brown bits here and there, some black spots. No water, just this faint whistling wind.
This is a very sad place.
Aye.
So quiet.
Looks like a good place to land. Right over
Yep.
there.
Yep. Without much difficulty at all. Gadsworth kicks up quite a bit of dust as it comes down, though. Layers and layers of it to the point where it just creates clouds that go out in every direction as you approach downwards. And you can see to the point where who knows how deep it was, but you've definitely created dust banks all around you in a certain radius. There's actually rock underneath. That looks a little uncomfortable and a little sharp, but pretty eroded. And you come to a quiet landing.
Well, if any of those crawl are keeping an eye out, they probably would have seen that from a long ways away, but...
Yeah,
Use
that
it.
wasn't exactly as... We couldn't really make a stealthy landing.
No. This has the dust of ages. We're gonna be kicking up a lot more of it once we get our boots on the ground.
Is there a breathable atmosphere?
You haven't stepped out yet.
Oof. Alright. I'll go take a quick breathe around.
Oops, I was muted. Whoops.
Ah.
This Slurpwood could offer to send Fizz to go pop out the bubble and report back if it's breathable or not.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Since
yeah.
Fizz is a homunculus, they don't really need to breathe.
Well, can they tell if the air is breathable?
I'm
I
trying to
was-
remember from reading the book, what is it on Pathfinder that allows you to take air with you?
There is an air bubble spell in the Spelljammer book,
Mhm.
but I don't think any of you have that one. There are also other means as well, but
Yeah, I have not looked at that book yet for spells. Oops.
Yeah, I want to believe that would have been part of the supplies we would have acquired.
I would say you guys definitely have means of being able to breathe in a harsher atmosphere. You'd need breathing protection or at least like bandanas to go over your mouths in a dusty place like this.
And Surf's armor the helmet is like a glass dome that goes over it that would probably seal it in.
Do you need to breathe?
Yes,
Do you
but
pass away to breathe? Okay.
let me see. I can hold my breath for an hour.
Okay.
Think you're
My
think
whole
you're
body
probably
is
our
along.
best. Think you're probably our best bet to test for breathability. Then, here,
Oh, true.
Walk's just gonna tie a rope around your waist real quick.
Okay. And Suit will just walk off.
I have that spell.
Surf's all armored up. And Fizz is joining them.
Okay.
You know, I should have asked before if they count as organic matter.
Who?
Plasmoids.
Oh.
We are very organic.
Oh yeah, they won't hesitate to eat them in a heartbeat. I've seen it done.
They will
Splendid.
drink us like soup.
Terrific mental image.
You're like
And-
gelatin to them.
Jiggles uncomfortably.
Quivers. All right, so the gangplank is lowered. You step out to the edge of the air bubble. You proceed.
Yep.
As you do, you immediately kick some of the dust that formed around the edge of the air bubble. It's better part of 1.5 feet high.
Oh, damn.
It's very fine, scatters into little clouds. The air is breathable. It's a little chilly due to the star being old, not providing as much heat as it used to. But
Oh, Slurp uses the defensive field before they leave, so they give themselves a little bit of temp HP.
okay, as far as you can tell, the atmosphere is fine.
Clax does a wave.
Waves back.
Is that a
Looks like
sign
we're
to go?
good.
Walk back and, walk back to the base of the gangplank so they could be heard and be like, breathable, it's cold, but there's air.
We can deal with a little chill. All right,
You know,
away party. Let's get ready.
ever since we had our school shenanigans, the cold hasn't really bothered me.
Slurp knows why.
But does the
Alright.
heat bother you?
No, not really. I'm made of rock. Unless it's really hot, it doesn't particularly bother me.
But I hope you don't find out.
Yeah.
All right, away team, get ready. Volk. So you seem like a good one to leave in charge of the home team.
I'll keep an eye out. Nothing's getting on here without me seeing it. Schmurf will be at the helm. And the little guy, well, if I see him, I'll get him in line. Make sure he knows what's at stake if he decides to fuck off.
Do you want me to leave the spyglass behind for you?
Sure, just so I could see you coming from further away.
Yeah, here you go. They hand it back.
Much obliged. Good luck.
Clax steps off the gangplank and gets a handful of dust. Just to feel it out for himself.
It is very loose and very fine. And very red.
If you
Yeah,
mix
actually,
this with
Clax was
nitrates,
curious.
if you mix it with nitrates, you'll have a very good soil for farming.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Don't try it
actually,
here.
Slurp, could they try, examining this dust, see what it's made out of? I do have alchemist supplies.
You could test that out. You need to sit down and devote a few minutes to it, but
Oh, okay. I'll just take a jar then to test later.
Yeah, he'll pour his hand into any vial or whatever you have.
Now I roll nature on this stuff.
if you wished.
The red dust reminds me of either rust or dried blood.
22. Yeah, I just want to see if it's like just.
here.
I want to
Oh,
see if
I
it's just like eroded rock, but like a planet covered in dust is a little weird.
It is, well, I mean, rust and blood are a little closer than a lot of people think. So,
Yeah. 22.
there's a lot of iron in this. If this gets whipped up into a sandstorm, it could probably rip skin off your bones.
Alright, if we get pulled into like if there's a sandstorm or something, we're gonna want some kind of skin protection, because
Yeah.
this is very iron heavy dust,
Yeah.
which doesn't bode great.
No.
I hope we aren't here long enough to see one of those for ourselves. Let's get a move on.
Yeah. Also, just like anxious, like not like super anxiously, but like visibly a little like concerned, to scan the horizon.
Slurp takes Fizz in hand and is like, keep an eye out, and just throws it into the air.
Yeet.
Get Overwatch
Alright.
going.
Yep. Fizz flies up as far as they can and just begins scouting around. Eyes in the sky.
I will say Marshmallow is helping them.
Yep.
Marshmallow. Oh, I love
Yeah.
marshmallow.
Just hear a faint little buzzing. Follow along behind.
Meta's gonna look at Gadsworth and be like, "You can go help too if you want, but that's if you want to. Or you can stay down here."
That's where it's just gonna hang with you.
Absolutely fair, bud.
Yeah, if we run into Crawl Gadsworth, just like stay out of the range of them biting you, I guess, and shoot eye beams.
Ah, rah, rah, rah. All right. You proceed forward, following the directions of the sensor that Zilch gave you. Doesn't appear to be far. Probably like a mile of travel at most. It beeps
Alright.
more and more the closer you get.
Are we on difficult terrain?
At this exact moment, no.
Okay.
It feels kind of like you're traveling through very dry snow.
Oh, that's weird.
And it's
I
cold,
love how
too.
weird that is.
It's dry
Yeah.
snow.
Oh, I love how weird that is. I'm gonna be shaking this out from in between my scales for weeks.
I know that. He's already fucking wiping fucking red sand out of the crevices of the exoskeleton.
Slurp's just like, I've never been more happy that I have a self-contained environment with my suit. But it will need much cleaning.
You two handling this alright?
You just look at Rivy and she's not blue anymore.
Oh.
She's just
Oh,
coated in this red
um,
shit.
You actually look like a
Rivy.
velvet ant right now.
Slurp's is like, oh, Rivy, here. This might help momentarily. And a little dustbuster attachment goes off as they use prestidigitation.
She's like, I appreciate it, but I think it will just come back. I will wait until we
No,
get
As you say that, the prestidigitation just creates a whole other cloud of it. It just kind of starts settling down on your lower half already.
Mm.
Doesn't help that you're covered in fuzz.
I will simply be red for this day.
Can I? Can I use mold earth on this stuff?
You're welcome to try.
I would like to try. I want to try and condense it down. You know, it's like a 5-foot cube. I want to see if I can condense that down into solid mass.
Do I have prestige? I do
Like the
have
salt
prestidigitation.
cube.
Yeah,
you
like the salt
attempt
cube.
to, but for you, what exact kind of effect are you attempting to do?
I'm trying to just mold it back into solid earth. Oh god
If
damn
you
it.
can manipulate it.
So I guess you're trying to pack it down.
Yeah. Like I did with the salt cube at the diner. How I just
Alright.
turned all the salt back into a cube of salt.
Fortunately, it does not specify it works on something as fine as sand. Most it says it works on is loose earth. So attempting to, you can feel the earth underneath it
Does
shift
say-
a little bit,
Okay.
but the sand itself doesn't really appear to be wrangleable entirely by it. It's very loose. It doesn't hold together very well.
I don't really got any pulled with this earth, it seems. As they just let some sand drift through their fingers.
Wow, shady.
I'm also going to point out that Meta, who specifically wears only white clothing, is now very rocking this rust brown.
She's wearing a red dress.
I don't know if this is my color, but I'm not usually worried about those things.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Gadsworth.
He's so supportive.
Yeah. You just had to break him for that.
He knows how it feels to have no self-esteem.
VV, same mind.
Can I just do a perception around just to like keep an eye out?
Absolutely.
Hi.
6. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
whoa.
Since
Walk
Fizz is
along.
keeping luck, their passive is 14.
Yep. I'm keeping that in mind.
I
As
should
you
have got
walk
dust in my eyes.
Yeah, that does happen. I was about to say. So you walk along and you accidentally kick a little bit too high up and curl your toes a little, and a little dust gets on your snout and your eyes. You shake it loose a little bit. As you clear them off, you realize you're starting to see a shadowy figure on the left, but very quick inspection, it is an old, clearly desiccated tree of some kind.
Oh.
Bent over, crooked, kind of angular in shape. You start to see another one and a few more alongside it. You look around the other direction, realize that this was probably once upon a long ass time ago a forest of some kind.
I was gonna like just like break off a chunk of one of these sheets, like a branch if there's any, just to hold on to it.
You'd have to walk like 40 feet over to the closest one to you.
Yeah. Okay then. I'm gonna then not right now. If there any are like within easy walking distance as we go along, I just want to grab a piece.
Okay.
Make sure to stick with the group, Oswin.
I know. They're almost like people just watching us.
Well, if those really are the husks of trees, in a way they are ghosts.
Yeah.
I had never considered the possibility of a ghost tree before.
They're like the ghosts of the planet's life itself at this point.
Yep. Old bones.
Thankfully, as you proceed more into this forested, I say with air quotes, area, the sandy soil begins to become a little bit more firm. You start to realize pretty quick, though, that that's coming with a trade-off because your footsteps are starting to make a bit more noise. Like the more clay-like, chipped-away soil crunches under your feet a little bit, whereas the sand was actually muffling it quite a bit more so.
Alright, keep your eyes up.
Should we move stealthily? Or as stealthily as I can.
Yep.
Slurp suddenly realizing maybe they should have gone into the stealth mode. But they're in guardian mode.
How long does it take to switch forms?
Rest. Short or long.
Well, if they're here, we're probably going to run into them.
Yes,
A
I'd
guardian
rather
would be more
be.
important.
Yeah.
Are we gonna try for stealthy, or are we just gonna go?
I can attempt to be stealthy, I suppose.
I mean, it's gonna be hard to be stealthy because there's nothing else to hide us. This isn't even death, this is just empty.
She looks down at herself and goes, I can just drop to the floor.
You guys wish to attempt stealth? You may do so.
At least move quietly rather than like trying to stay hidden.
Yeah, less being hidden and less trying to hide the echoey footsteps.
Because if they were underground, they would hear our footsteps rather than see us.
Yeah.
Try and cut back on the echoes, I suppose.
Yep.
Um,
Go ahead and roll stealths if you like.
Muffle
I
footsteps.
can't remember if I can use my.
And yes, I will absolutely allow for stealth and perception rolls here too. All right, noted.
Natural 1!
Oh boy.
I can't remember if my homunculus can help with
I'm
stealth.
going to say no in this instance. He's still. All right.
There's still. Okay, so
But-
I have disadvantage.
There's 2 rolls of. Sorry, there's the perception and the stealth and stealth. Okay.
Meta's just like, I see nothing. I see no reason to stealth.
Yep, Meta, you're pretty confident in the quiet around here. You also remembered what Volk said about how the sand would disguise the burrows, but you'd think you'd be able to see signs that something bore into the earth here.
Oh, perception 2.
Yes.
There are roots. You have a feeling there are still some traces of a long dead root network underneath holding some of the soil together.
Come on.
That's why the soil's probably a little firmer here. So if for anything, we're gonna see signs of burrowing, especially given that while a sandstorm could be dangerous, I have seen little signs of wind. This planet's atmosphere is probably not that much thin. The magnetosphere would be causing much more problems if it was stronger with this iron in the sand.
Mm.
And no trees to make wind.
Good point.
Osmond, crunch,
Dude,
crunch, crunch,
That's like-
crunch.
Wait, trees make wind? They
What?
fart?
They breathe.
Oh. That's what you're talking about. That makes more sense.
Surf has no idea what they're talking about.
Osmond's like clawed feet are just making fucking
Yep.
loud crunching
Like
sounds.
every time you think you're stepping past something, you're having to kind of push yourself forward with extra momentum, and you land on something that somehow is even crunchier. And then the next time it's like, okay, not going to do that again. Crunch. Damn it. Not going to do
There's
that.
some
Yeah.
Crunch.
healthy tortilla chip out here.
It makes,
Osmond's face. Osmond is a banana cat facing.
it makes weird sense that the 2 insect people are the quietest in this instance.
Yeah, that does make sense.
You're just getting a lot of dust in your spiracles.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, my book lungs. All right. And let me roll something here. Yep. You're definitely getting closer at this point. The sensor's beeping a lot more, and it is pointing in a pretty clear direction that you think leads to the other side of all this. And with that nat 1, Oswin, at one point, as you're thinking, okay, this time for sure, you trip on an old root, which gives way and just cracks into a black dust. You trip and you stumble into one of the trees.
Oh.
As you do, you all hear it, like instantly when it happens, just this loud crack.
Ugh.
And as Oswin, you lean back, you realize the front half of your body is just caked in black dust, and there is a very clear impression of you on this tree, caved inward, and it falls over, crumpling
Ugh.
down into a pile of charcoal.
Oh.
You okay, Oswin? I'm gonna come over and help you to your feet.
Oh. They have to take your hand and stand back up. They're just charcoal.
That makes sense why they're still here then. charcoal, while organic technically in nature, is also the purest form that any organic matter can be.
Hey,
Which means
how did they eat a tree into charcoal?
who says they set the trees afire?
It could have been a flame that whoever else was here set.
Trying to deny them food.
There's evidence of an artifact here. There's evidence of people.
That has ties
Oh,
to
and
a
it is
fire plane.
That's true.
Can I roll a nature on this charcoal to make sure it's not going to like get in my system and make me sick?
Or roll a nature. Oh, okay.
12.
All right. Would you say you have some experience dealing with charcoal in the past, like just knowledge of it generally?
Yeah, considering
Where you're from,
know.
yes.
it's yes.
All right.
Oh,
See, that's the interesting thing here. I'm gonna DM you something.
Okay.
and actually, Serp wanted to Serp make a roll and Arcana roll to see if this fire was natural or like an arcane explosion kind of a deal.
Yes, absolutely, you can. I look forward to the results.
Kind of.
Oh. Okay. One moment after I send this to Nora.
What?
So Slurp,
Ooh.
you looking over this kind of, how exactly do you approach like discerning that?
I guess looking at a nearby tree stump and seeing like the pattern of the burn, if it was like a fire that spread or if everything was just washed in energy at once.
Mm-hmm. Refresh my memory. Plasmoids do have a sense of smell, don't they?
Oh yeah, they've got senses.
Yep.
Mm.
That's what I remember.
Osmond lifts, like, looking at themselves for a second, and the sulfur.
Mm-hmm.
Osmond reaches down and grabs a clump of it and sniffs it. This smells like sulfur.
Slurp, you were literally just about to say the very same thing as you examine it.
Oh, like this is Hellflame that did this? Or volcanic?
With that soft 20, I would say, being an Arcana roll, you don't see any signs of any volcanic activity around here, but
Ooh.
you get the vibe this was a slightly more supernatural burn. Not only that, but it seems pretty recent compared to the rest of the ruin around you.
Yeah, Slurp will stand up as like, whatever did this burn is recent. This is Magic Flame that did this rather than a forest fire.
We're seeking a magma artifact.
It might be pure energy from the plane of fire that did this or something else, but yes. It wasn't normal fire.
Well, let's hope we don't get flash cooked as well.
If this opens while we're here and lets it out, we're in trouble.
There's not much we can do about that. So
Our
I'm
best
not going
chance is to secure it quickly and deactivate it.
Come on. You've dawdled long enough in one place.
Yeah.
Proceeding deeper still, following the sensor light, which is beginning to flash ever the more frequently. You start to see a break in the crisped foliage. And you start to see the crumbled remains of black stone carved into geometric very ruined and eroded shapes.
Mm.
Bones of civilization. This plant's a graveyard.
There's a strange peacefulness about it, though.
I prefer my towns with a little bit more life.
I don't mind.
Oh, me
Is this what
too.
they say when they mean the stillness of the grave?
I,
I don't mind. I like quiet, but this is
this is sterile.
different.
This is
Yeah,
stillness. We enjoy this, don't we, Gadsworth?
To be fair, you come from a moon that didn't have many people on it.
Well, no, but it had life. There were the tardigrades. There was a whole bunch of stuff. This is different, but I've come to experience new things, and to experience this quiet is still an experience.
Can
Yes. If I didn't know the circumstances, perhaps I too would find this peaceful. But all I see is ghosts.
Can I pick up is there any stray rocks?
Yeah, there's loose stone. Plenty big enough to pick up.
All right, can I pick one up and toss it at one of these structures?
Sure.
Oi!
Yeah. Yeah. They want to see if it's going to collapse.
You strike the broadside of what appears to be an old wall. You can see actually the faint remains of a window opening on one side. And it just creates a clacking sound and falls down, thumps down into, again, slightly dustier terrain.
Curiosity satisfied.
That means they're not going to fall on us if we walk by them wrong.
The sensor's beginning to beep all the more frequently.
Aye. This way then.
As you progress in, you start to notice a few interesting things about the patterns. The stone structures it is definitely carved out of stone. Doesn't appear to match the surrounding natural rocks at your feet. This is a black, almost glassy quality to it. Not obsidian, but similar.
Crafted or blasted into this.
And some of these buildings' retaining walls are pretty tall, actually. Not simple shacks. These were multi-story buildings, at least.
Oh,
There was a large civilization.
Perhaps giant?
There was something mentioned about that.
Yeah, there was a fire giant colony.
That would explain their interest in the fire plane.
Trying to connect with the roots, as it were.
A little
A
bit
lot
of
of
column
resources to be pulled from there,
Aye.
especially if it's mixed with the earth. That's a lot of molten metals.
They're probably one of the things that could survive in there.
And
They're
yet
also
they
one of
still
the-
fell to the Kroll.
I thought
They were apparently still meat.
they came after the crawl came.
No. Whatever
That's
this
actually out of
is,
character.
Yeah, I can't remember. DM?
Well, if one of you wants to roll an intelligence check to recall the details.
Sure.
Hey,
Hey, there you go.
Oh, better than Slurp.
you have a brief moment, but then you realize Meta had a brain blast and is actually right.
Yes, if I recall correctly, it was the fact that the fire giants came after.
Zilch
Which makes-
mentioned that there were signs of giant activity there at one point.
But did
They moved in after everyone was eaten.
Yes.
Wait.
Then did the crawl come up after that, or
Before. The crawl came, cleared the planet
No.
out.
I'm saying the crawl were first, then the fire giants came. Did more crawl come and eat the fire giants, or did something else happen?
Or they may have woken up some that were still in hibernation.
That's what I mean.
With the supernatural fire, that means something else, maybe.
So, fun fact related to your conversation: you follow the sensor, which has you turning a corner. You come across what appears to have been a very large, sort of town square space. And on it, you can see desiccated, blackened, very rusted metal pikes sticking up at various askew angles in the loose earth. And on just a couple of them, they're just faint little traces of chitin upon them.
Ooh.
And little bits.
That answers that question. They woke up the crawl.
Either the crawl wiped them out, or they managed to acquire the crawl and something else did them in. Could be something from the plane that they couldn't control.
Yeah. What if they were able to keep it at bay at full strength, but because of the crawl, they weren't at full strength?
Or they attempted to burn away the crawl and just the fire got out of hand.
Also possible.
It's common knowledge, and none of you need to roll for the fact that giants are kind of the most infamous and successful pirates, basically. In the galaxy-wide space, they hunt within the Yggdrasil network, which is like an interstellar hyperspace highway, kind of like the webway from Warhammer. Allows them to slip around the galaxy at incredibly high speeds, and they guard it very jealously. They tend to capture and enslave people to take back to their own worlds. One of them appearing in a dead system to harvest something or examine something is not out of character at all.
Is the spikes with the chitin on it on our path, or?
They're over to the side a little ways. You'll be walking past them.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at that.
All right. So you get closer. They're definitely metal, and you realize that these are definitely the shafts that were of giant-sized pikes, basically.
Oh God! Shit. How big is it compared to me?
Let's see. How tall are fire giants again?
Roughly
big.
10 to 12 feet tall. They're not the tallest of the giants, but they're bigger
middle.
than your hills.
Yep, that's about right. Let me see.
And they're a little stouter than your stones.
Oh. Actually, that's a bit of an undersell. They're actually about 18 feet tall.
Oh.
So, this is, I would definitely say this thing's probably about 25 feet up in the air, kind of at an angle. You can just see almost like roasted crickets on a stick. There's several crawl bits that have fallen off, only just a little bit left remaining on it. They are very old and very desiccated.
Can I pick up any of those little bits? Or do they just crumble in my hands?
They pretty much crumble away as you touch them, break down into even smaller little chips. You could take like a few flakes of crawl chitin if you chose.
Nah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
No one knows how they reproduce. It would be a shame if they just left
Does
enough
nobody know how they reproduce?
No.
Say again?
Is the way they reproduce a mystery?
No one's entirely sure. Eggs, that's about all most people know. And Volk did mention that they'll grow on a ship like barnacles and then hatch. How they reproduce, though, no one's entirely sure.
People who study them don't come back.
Well, that giant's to the potential list of things we might have to deal with.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
At least giants can be reasoned with.
Yeah.
He says that with air quotes.
I mean, a giant
They
will
can-
at least try to talk to you first.
Yeah, if there's a giant here, it'll talk to us as it smashes us to a pole.
They take slaves.
Or that.
As you advance ever further still into this bizarre outpost or city, or you're not sure entirely what, it's still very clear that these buildings are not standing structures that are safe to be in. They are in disrepair. Most of the roofs have collapsed. Some of the walls have been taken down. Looks like an explosion. Oswin, you especially would know that, having experienced urban combat yourself before.
Yeah. Yeah, the artifact. I think the artifact exploded.
I
That would make sense.
I mean,
can
it is
imagine
so
fire
far.
giants might be able to tolerate high heat, but there's probably a thing is too much.
So a question on planar gates, for I am not familiar with them. They can go to any plane, correct?
I think it depends on the planar gate.
I was just gonna look to
I believe-
Slurp.
Yeah,
I believe
Slurps are-
Elmandar said that this one was pinged as the energies were detected this, so. But, yeah, DM, I can't really recall. Did Elmandar say that the energies were, like, different, or it was always this fire signal?
He said that that's been the most recent spike with something fiery, but it was very quick and a very garbled signal.
But does that imply that there were different types, like maybe water or earth or?
Since they'd started scanning it, he implied that that's really the only real flare-ups they'd gotten. The big note that he said was that it felt like two conflicting energies at war with one another and at the same time not.
Yeah, fire. It was
Well,
mentioned
relay that.
earth, fire plane and earth plane, so intersection with magma.
I was just curious because an interesting way to use a planar gate could be if you can make it open on the material realm, have a planar gate and open it into the planar material realm in the heart of a star. Clear out your enemies pretty quick.
Although I don't know of many
I
stars that smell
like-
like sulfur.
I feel
True.
like doing that would roast yourself too, Meta.
If you're nuking a planet with the heart of a star, it is not a situation you plan to come back from.
Yeah, but
Let's get it moving.
fire giants are clearly living here.
As you say that,
Oh,
you
God.
turn around one corner and you rapidly come across. So you've all seen pictures of the human outlines from the Hiroshima blast, right?
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
That, but about 20 feet tall.
Oh, they
Yeah,
were flash
they were
incinerated.
here. They were here when this happened. What if we have our time scale a little too generous? What if that last reading they found, the giants were here when that happened?
That seems to be what happened. Yes.
Suggesting they
This
nuked
looks-
themselves.
This looks like it's been dead for a long time, but what if it's not been dead for a long time and this is just the result of some planar catastrophe?
Maybe.
What if all
I
the
was going to
dust
go the
and
opposite
people-
direction. That the signal doesn't travel through hyperspace like we do. I know hyperspace is not the right word, but that's what popped in my head. It doesn't travel through the ether sea. They got an echo of something that had happened long since.
Lots of theories. But we definitely shouldn't dwell.
Yes,
Lingering is
let us
bad.
carry on.
Yep, looking around, the sensor going off even more. The dust here has a much distinctly darker tinge to it than before. The building's in a much greater state of disrepair. You occasionally, behind cover, find bones, even very large bones.
I have a dumb idea. I don't know if this is gonna work though.
I love dumb ideas.
Let me read the spell description real quick.
Yay.
Yes. See into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent. That wouldn't let me see dead people. Okay. Never mind.
That's more speak with dead kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do not have speak with dead. I have see invisibility, and I was like, maybe that works, but no, it just lets me see into the ethereal plane or invisible
Good
things.
thought, though. Good thought. All right.
Yeah. That might be useful, like, when we find this thing.
Yeah, definitely
And,
gonna appear around.
The sensor is, at this point, buzzing like a Geiger counter. You are getting very close.
Alrighty then.
In fact, roll perception checks, anybody, if who wishes to.
Yeah.
I will have
Everybody or
Marshmallow.
just one?
Anyone who wishes.
I'll have Marshmallow
Osmond,
roll
come on!
too. Marshmallow,
Osmond,
please.
come on!
Thank you, Marshmallow.
Marshmallow, thank you!
All right.
That has got an unfair advantage with all those eyes.
Yeah.
She rolls really well on them despite having no trained perception.
All right. Those above, those at 10 or above, which is most of you. You can faintly see what appears to be an archway of some kind crumbled down on the other side of this open expanse.
Ooh. Excuse me. Osmond bristles.
Yep. So meta. That 15. Let's see. No, DC is actually not high enough for that. Rivy, something gets your attention from Marshmallow's eye in the sky. There's a little faint trail emanating out from the archway ahead. Very faint little trail of light on the ground that you guys can't see from your current angle. But you see it through Marshmallow's eyes.
I'm going to telepathically put that image in everybody's heads.
Ugh.
Tripwire.
What's sweet on this?
Looking at it, it's coming straight out of the archway. It's a little kind of glowing, looks like a dim glow of an ember coming out in a straight line.
Could that be where our artifact is?
Lifts up the detector.
It is, as I said, Geiger counter in the heart of Chernobyl right now.
I could try and shift the ground there a little bit, see if it's, under there.
Well, might as well do it.
I need to be within 30 feet, though. So let me just.
You advance closer alone or in a group?
It's up to them if they follow, but Osmond's going to scoot ahead.
I'll come
Slurp
with,
roll.
just in case Marshmallow sees anything while she's up there.
Yeah, Slurp will go too.
'Cause it's,
Yeah,
very,
with
it's
the-
always a good idea to have the squishy wizard come up when something might explode.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, that's
is
why
there-
Slurp tank is going.
Yeah, it's like,
Is there any of these ruins that I can duck behind a little within 30 feet of this?
Looking around, you're starting to realize there is no cover because you're basically at the epicenter of a crater.
Gotcha.
There's like little
Ground
bits
zero.
of like tiny bits of rubble here and there, little bits of, well, I'll describe that when you get a little closer.
All right.
Ominous.
Not on this.
Not a host at all. I will get within 30 feet of that glowing thing.
Excellent. All right. As you approach the edge, you can just faintly see this little dim ember-like orange glow coming up from the ground, but can't quite pinpoint what it is. Then as you get closer, it starts to come into view, and you realize what you're looking at.
Oh boy.
Very large set of footprints
Uh-huh.
that are sizzling and glowing.
They're footprints. It's the elephant's
Around
foot.
The
on
footprints are glowing.
the very last set of the footprints, you can actually see there are a lot of fresh scorch marks all around them.
Ooh. 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 Uh,
Talk to me, Esmond.
There is a giant.
there's footprints down there. They're glowing. They're fresh. I think there's something invisible and standing there.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks too Revy.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
like- Do the thing.
Oh.
immediately see invisibility.
Okay. Oh, that's fun. Okay. You wince a little bit as you activate, your eyes glowing as the air around you takes on a silvery sort of sheen. There is no figure standing there. But you do see that there is a barrier right around the edge of it. And you realize on the other side there is actually something obscured from your vision.
There is nobody
You
standing.
see a molten, twisted landscape around where this archway is. There's something blocking your ability to view it through your mortal material eyes.
Alright, everybody get ready for a headache. Because she's beaming that into your fucking heads.
Oh. Ooh.
It is unpleasant.
You know, that makes it ache.
I'm gonna throw something to see if it catches any attention, right?
You look over at Slurp, who is like mid wind up with a few ball bearings. Is like, oh, go ahead.
How far can you throw that?
I have, I could use the telekinetic hand, get 30 over,
I
and then toss.
I can throw
Could-
fire 60 feet.
Could
Oh,
we
actually, I don't
just
throw
knock
it. I
on
don't
it?
throw it.
Like, if
I
the
don't
feet
throw it,
vanish
actually. I
there?
just create the fire in 60 feet.
Like, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
I'm dumb
You just-
enough.
No, Meta, no.
Yeah, Slurp is like,
You didn't walk for this, Meta.
hand
You
is
didn't
like
walk.
slowly winding up more to throw the PBs and such. Like,
Osmond's like hold up with like the finger, like, hold on.
here, there's like the ratcheting. It's like,
If something can see us, or can see, it might be able to follow where that throw comes from.
We are standing in an open field.
We are standing in an open field.
Yeah, but nothing has. You know, fair point.
Throw the ball bearing.
Yeah, fair point. Throw the ball bearing.
Wait,
All right.
wait,
so-
no, wait, we brought Gadsworth. Gadsworth, no!
Those
right.
aren't for eating.
Well, that's how Gadsworth died. I'm kidding. No, it's not going to happen. All right.
Well, now that he's a familiar, he can come back.
I'm fucking invincible!
This takes an hour and 100 gold. All right. As you throw it, it just vanishes into thin air for everyone but Rivy. You see it clatter on the other side, and just you hear it hitting sharp, hard stone. No visible effects, but looking around, you start to realize there's something there. You see more charred bones. Very large, some very small. And around the archway, you see on a destroyed, just outright rubble dais, you see a small, slightly damaged cube covered in rune marks. Well, it's small by giant standards. It could fit in the palm of a fire giant's hand.
Oh no.
The rest of us would be carrying that thing two-handed.
It's going to be an
Okay,
Ark of
so-
the Covenant situation for the rest of you.
Oh boy.
What do you see, Rivi?
She goes, there's a cube. Slightly damaged with ruins just on the other side, and
Do you see anything alive there?
do I see anybody? I don't think I do.
No, but those footprints are clearly coming from. They start in the exact dead center of that ruined archway. You realize that is the planar gate.
Oh, just clarification. Do the footprints look like they went into the gate from there, or they walked out from the gate?
Coming out of it.
They
Something from that
Something
plane.
was here recently.
Another thing to note is these footprints definitely are wearing what appear to be boots. And they appear to be smaller than the footprints of the giants based on the sizes you saw before.
Well, I'm going to wave my hand around in the direction of those footprints. See if I can't, like, mold earth and just, like, shift them to see if that, like, extinguishes the fire.
The earth moves under it, but the footprints do not.
I don't
an
like
elemental.
it.
Yeah, that gives me elemental vibes. Which makes sense
Definitely.
considering the origin.
So what it looks like here
actu-
is that we're dealing with a gateway to another plane, and the door is visible.
Would this be a Arcana or a history check for Slurp to think if they've heard of anything like this?
Arcana would work. 19.
I'm rolling
Alright.
average, but I have such a good bonus in it.
Let me see.
Okay. You're getting very mixed signals from it. There's elemental natures of it, but if you have any mental imagery of the inside from what Rivi's seen, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really match the image of a magma plane of any kind. There are glowing marks and scratches in the ground, but
Oh, wait, what?
You
What
smelled
if?
sulfur earlier, didn't you?
Yeah.
Could be Hellfire.
That be a gateway to the hells?
Well, we're looking at a fire giant settlement, and even though fire giants are, well, fire giants, it appears they were burnt all to death. And now we're dealing with a set of footprints that doesn't move when you shift the ground, so I would say it's a fair bet.
Footprints made out of fire.
I mean, I have someone we could ask, I guess, to be sure.
What?
Yeah, hold on a second. And then she says, like, yeah, hold on a second. And, like, all the eyes close immediately. Can I talk to my patron through my head?
what do you wish to say?
Hey, so I know I don't like to bring up work with you. That's not why we're friends. But you know about that burning lake and the towers beneath yours. Could you take a look at this real quick?
There's no words, but you get an affirming feeling, and your eyes open against your own will. And all of you looking, all of Meta's eyes are a different color for a moment.
Oh.
Fancy.
They all move independently like a chameleon's eyes for a second before finding focus.
Oh.
And she's kind of like mentally helping, like, yeah, so those are the footprints. These are the mental images I've gotten from the telepath who can see invisible things. Is this what I'm thinking, or is this something else?
gonna roll something for them. Okay.
This is a
Alright, I
long
think I had a
silence.
Wi-Fi hiccup. Okay, so it was silence. I thought my Wi-Fi hiccuped.
Just typing something out.
And silence.
Bet it was getting given forbidden knowledge.
All of her eyes blink, go back to her normal ones, and she looks to you, Captain, and goes, "This is wrong."
Well, hell it is.
Wrong.
That's the big guy's words. This is wrong.
Should I take that cube? That I can see?
Yes.
Q
Better
would
to
have
take it and remove
going
it.
inside.
Yes, it would, except I don't need to.
Oh.
What?
Ah.
I'm a fucking wizard!
I'm a...
She does have to move 60 feet close enough for it to slip
Wait,
between
we're
the barrier.
30 feet away right now.
Yeah.
We're 30 feet away right now because you followed behind Oswald.
So it just has to slip into the barrier and pick it up. And if it's somebody can pick it up, even with 2 hands, this thing can do it.
Yeah, Serp would offer
It is quite
carry.
large, Vivi said.
Yeah,
They could maybe drag it at least.
they could
drag
push it.
closer.
They could
Yeah,
push
Serp,
it.
Serp will, I think with that servant, Serp could be able to carry it in Guardian mode.
I mean, they could push it onto this floating disc that I also have.
Oh, yes, you wizards.
I'm a wizard.
Keep
I'm
our
a beautiful creature.
keep our tank with free hands, please.
I do need them to punch.
So can I summon my my dude
You are
and then
you
shove
are
it
allowed.
and
Alright,
have
the unseen servant is given the command. No one else can see, but as it walks forward, there's some slight rustling as you realize that it bumped into some giant bones
What's that?
that you all can hear.
Oh, that's right, not even concentration.
Is that
And
yours?
it reaches the cube. You realize a little... As I've said, it's like probably about the size of the Ark of the Covenant and Raiders.
Alright, let's bring home the gold. Come on.
It starts to move, and the moment you see with your own vision, it jostles a little bit and kind of gently gets pushed off of the dais of the planar gate. The barrier disappears, slowly fading out. And you all...
Oh, right, there was something hiding behind that, wasn't there?
You don't know that. Alright.
I did ask if everybody wanted me to pick up the box, and he said, "Yeah, do it."
Find yourselves here.
We gotta
Whoa.
deal with the actions of our consequences.
Whoa.
It looks like the Scarlet Rot.
I'm guessing
Well,
Okay,
we're
this is
fuck.
this the dais?
over here somewhere.
That's the cube.
Yeah, because it was Slurp, Oswin, and Ribby the closest, right?
Yeah, we were 30 feet away.
That
Had to be
barrier
for the,
disappears. The footprints disappear as well.
Oh,
Oh.
It suddenly occurs to me that they might have had an incursion and put that there to close up the door.
He just turns and looks at you like, You said to touch it, and I touched it.
Yes.
This is the gate, right?
Yep, everybody drop down.
Um,
Something's about to
Meta-
happen here.
Meta and
Meta
Clax
and
are going to
Rivet
be
are
a ways
further
back
back,
from
right?
us.
You guys drop your tokens down a little bit.
Like right about there, that'd be good.
Oh, I just mean I want to make sure everybody's tokens are on the map.
Hmm.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that Ravi is like,
Yeah.
yes, I am new to the captaining thing, and I'm not notoriously well known for my thinking.
Fuck.
As you say that, when that barrier passes and you see all of this, you see multiple bones of giants and smaller humanoids that were likely their slaves, just all scorched and laying down, twisted, covered in bizarre blood crystals, strange spires emerging, the smell of sulfur just becoming overpowering. Behind you, you hear the earth disturb.
Osmond, swirls towards in that direction.
Then, right behind you, the earth begins to disturb.
Oh.
Then over to your left.
Oh.
One more time, just a little further away behind something you can't see.
Well, shit.
Oh, hi.
No, you go away.
Are Fizz and Marshmallow still doing like aerial UAV?
So that's what you had. You didn't order them to change that.
Yeah.
You see two figures emerge relatively close. Let me give you a good glimpse of the art here. It's
Mm.
from Ravnica.
Oh.
Boy.
Oh no.
Mm.
What the fuck?
You put that
Are these
back.
crawl?
They are both around 7 feet tall or so on their centaur-like legs. They chitter and look over at you, and the other one that emerges over here is smaller and more squat down to the ground. It looks like this.
Oh no.
No chance of hesitation in any way. They shriek
I think
and
we found
charge
the crawl.
forward. Roll initiative.
Yay!
Fucking why, Rivi?
It's almost like they were
Another bug
waiting for the bigger
monster.
fish to go away.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Osmond, no!
It's going to be another bug hunt, sir.
I love me a bug hunt.
I am the bug.
So there was something else here that we just kind of shoot away that was keeping the crawl away.
Something like that.
I guess even the crawl would be hesitant to tangle with demons.
Can't really eat them.
I got a 5.
All right.
Just need to make a really good contract with some devil exterminators to fight the crawl.
All right. 5.
That's not a good contract. Sure, you get rid of the crawl, but now you have devil infestations.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's 5 of you. I'll put Gadsworth in there as well, right behind Meta.
Osmond, come on. You needed more than a 5 right now.
Right. How much
Yeah,
did
you'll
these
be
guys
fine.
get? Oh, +1, so that's a 13 for them.
Oh, fuck.
Where's... There you are, Marshmallow. you're flying around over there somewhere.
All right, and this little guy, how much does he have? Ooh, that's high. Okay. He's got a +2, so that's a 21 from him.
Woo.
All right.
That's a little fitter.
Combat about to begin. If anybody needs to go take a break real quick, go ahead. This is a good time to do it.
Will do.
Go get something to drink real quick.
Yeah, let's go ahead to the bathroom then.
Yep.
I'm at the bottom of the room.
I was looking at the bug things, and I'm like, why are they familiar? And you said they're from Ravnica, and I went, oh no.
Yeah, you're the one running Strahd tomorrow, so I'm sure you've looked at Ravnica, right?
No, I've looked through Ravnica. I've looked through Theros. I'm familiar with these guys. We are not in for a fun time.
People don't use stuff from Ravnica enough. It actually has some really fun monsters in it.
Yes. At some point, I'm going to try to throw a Nivix Cyclops at my 2-player campaign and see how they handle it.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Fuck you, Gray.
I need to do the
Here.
math. I didn't think you were here. I thought you were still gone.
Doesn't take me long to walk across my house.
This is true. But I don't remember if I can actually use them because I don't think they're. I think they're too high a CR.
At the moment.
I mean, just in general.
I am back.
Like,
They are
Like, I'm
pretty
already-
strong if memory serves.
let's find out.
Oh, yeah, I just looked them up. Oh, Jesus. It just that one ability is just so fucked up.
Yep.
What's the context?
I
In
wanna run
Ravnica,
it
there's a
stuff, but-
very. In Ravnica, there is a very, very fun faction called the Nivix. They do bioscience, mad science shenanigans. And it is only a challenge rating 8.
What?
Only.
But it has a very interesting set of abilities. I'm just gonna send it to you, DZ, and you just take a look.
It's fun.
Oh boy.
This music takes me back.
Metroid music?
Metroid Prime 2. It's the Ings combat theme.
I knew I recognized it from somewhere. I love Deco so much.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's one of my feel-good, go-back-to for cozy times games, fucked up as that is.
That thing just eats wizards.
That line out of context is amazing.
Well, they come from a setting, specifically in a faction in Ravnica, that is the Mad Wizard Scientist Guild.
Yep.
It makes
Alright.
sense that the Mad Wizard Scientist Guild made a thing that goes, hey, if we need something to stop us, we built our own exit device.
All right, everybody is back. So,
Yep.
Rivy, your turn.
You know, I see this fucker right there, and I'm like, no. I don't like that. What is my unseen servant?
Green beast.
What is the unseen servant doing with the box? Is it still holding it? Is it still able to hold it?
It's not really able to pick it up. It's just kind of pushing it, and it's not moving very fast, but it is moving.
Okay, I'm just gonna let it do that, and just tell it to move in the vague direction of where we came. So I'm going to guess that they're just going to ignore it, and it's there for an hour, so
Yeah.
just keep track of its progress. And then she gonna back the fuck up over here. She says this is like, nah, I don't fucking think so. Let's see. I'm going to test its resiliences with an attack of an acid splash.
All right, an acid splash, Dex 14. All right, cool. Okay, let's roll and see how he do.
How we do?
He fails. All right.
Holy shit! I
The
hit
acid.
something.
Yep, you did. The acid jets out, striking the creature in its chest carapace and one of its arms, and you immediately see the sizzling and burning. It heats up the very cold air and then very hot air at times around you. It just shrieks. Did not like that one bit.
That's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
Just makes
So do
death
it.
glare eyes at you, though. All right.
Hey, did it look like acid hurt it more?
It looked like it hurt it. Can't say much more than that.
Okay.
And then before I end my turn, I'm gonna have Marshmallow annoy this one, so these two have advantage.
Help action only applies to the next attack against it, but noted. All right. Now, with that said, it's one of their turns. The little one over here, which I'd say is about the size of an English bulldog, only much wider and with long scythe-like legs and a tail.
How dare you make me think of something cute right now?
All right, what's it gonna do? Ooh, it's fun. Okay. It charges towards movement. The last one to move was the wizard.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking course. Fuck you.
Let's see, can it reach you, though, is the big question. Lucky you, it cannot. It can, however. Yeah. You hear it before you see it. You turn and just hear this shrieking sound as this thing tears through the hard, scraping earth as it reaches out, and sensing that there's something nearby, it's going to attempt to attack Meta. And it has, let's see, nothing within 5 feet of it. Okay. So it's going to make 4 attacks against you.
Fucking.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Okay. First one is, let's see, it's +4. That's a 14.
That hits.
All right. Comes at you with one of its claws. The long scythe-like appendage raking into your back, dealing 4 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Next attack with its claws. That's cocked. That is a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 3 points of slashing from that. It's going to... let's see, what's its reach here, actually? It's longer than I expected. Oh, it actually can reach you at that. As it's lashing at Meta with its claws, a long, extendable blade-like tail lashes out in the direction Rivy came from. That is a soft 20.
To hit me.
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll definitely hit. I don't have...
Actually had a longer reach than I expected. All right, so that's 5 points of piercing damage as its tail lashes into you. Then it's going to attempt to bite. That's a shorter range. Yeah, it's already hit Meta a couple times. It's going to try to do that again. That is an 8. That's not going to hit.
Nope.
All right, after getting raked across the back by its long scythe-like limbs, you do not want any of that nonsense and promptly step out of the way of its jaws as it attempts to come in and bite. And as it does, you notice drips of some kind of viscous green liquid hit down on the ground. It's probably packing some additional stuff.
Mm.
And that is its turn. Klax?
Gonna get flanking on this asshole. Okay. Load up character sheet. Alright, cunning action. Alright.
All right. So rapier and short sword. Both hit easily. Okay.
Sneak attack?
Yep, you have an ally within 5 feet. Notice, that's a meaty-ass hit. All right. Twin blades out. You manage to slice into some of its legs. Bright green liquid and another cut to its tail. That is actually a meaty amount of damage. It's 12 plus 9. Okay. Oof. You really hurt this thing. You're getting
Yeah,
the...
noticing how fucking bad it hurt my fucking crewmates, I'm like, I am not dealing with this.
You hit the vibe this little one right here might be a bit of a suicidal glass cannon that just charges in and meat grinders everything around it, but won't take that much to take down. Because it looks really bad after just a couple of cuts from you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those feral hatchlings.
Alright. Anything else? Well, that's technically
Yep.
movement. Alright.
Yep, my bonus action, so yep, that'll be it for me.
Alright, it's the drone's turn. To make wasting no time whatsoever. Let's see here. What's their movement speed? Also 30. Yeah, this one's going for the one that burned it.
Fucking course.
Oh no!
Alright. This one only, let's see. Interesting. Alright. It comes at you with the... Oh, wait, no, wrong stat block. There we go. Oof, you're about to get hit by something a little bit harder than I intended. Okay. Comes at you with the spear in its arms. That is going to be an 18.
That would hit, but I'm going to use shield as a reaction.
All right, definitely good idea. All right, the spear point comes in, and it just glances off to the side as a disturbance in the air around it pushes it away from you. Head tilts, still sizzling and steaming from the acid, and it just looks over at you with a stare that is both familiar and also alien. And very recognizably pissed.
Good,
Now,
fuck
the
you.
other one has two things right there. What can he do? He can't get around. Let's see what his movement, what I could do with that is. Yeah, he could not reach you. All right, seeing a threat close by. It's going to take out its spear as well. It's going to take aim at Oswin
Alrighty.
with a 9. Not going to hit.
9. No.
Your
She just-
first.
They just duck underneath the jab.
This thing is considerably taller, so yes, it aims a little too high. All right. It only gets one attack, so that's it for them. Slurp, it's now your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Moving behind it for flanking. A little bit of bait. Let's see. If I use this line spell, would
It would
I be
technically
able
pass
to
through that.
avoid Oswin
Yeah, just wood looks like.
to hit both?
What you doing?
Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
It's a 30-foot long, 5-foot wide spray of acid.
You didn't like that acid? Here's some more.
And they need to do a dexterity save of... What's my spell save?
15, I believe.
15. Yep.
All right. One failure. Wow, they both rolled the same damn thing. This dice is getting grounded. All right.
No, don't.
I don't.
Oh no, the DM's dice.
They both failed.
Okay.
So what's the damage?
So, let's see.
Oh, right. I remember how that spell works.
So they don't take damage now, but at the start of each of their turns, unless they spend an action to remove it, or someone else does, they take 2d4 acid damage.
Noted. Okay. I will make a note that they are both acided.
And can't really do much with my bonus action besides tell Fizz to shoot at the one harassing Rivy.
Let's see. Is there one for acid? Yeah, right there. The little test tube. Little beaker. Perfect.
So Fizz will move, drop down, and fire off a force strike at the one harassing Rivy.
Go for it. 19 hits.
Nice.
It's only 3 damage, but minimal damage. Damn.
Still hurts him.
Still appreciated.
That's my turn.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So with that, Meta, it's now your turn.
Oh, and as long as I keep concentration for a minute, they have that acid on them.
Yep.
Fantastic. It is my turn. So Meta's gonna look at the one that like slashed into her, and she's gonna be like, "You little shit." And we're not even gonna pretend. We're just gonna
There we go.
Eldritch Blast him.
All right, with flanking. Well, let's see. You're within 5 feet of it, so that would actually reduce it back to a straight roll. Because it's a ranged attack. So, unfortunately, a 9 misses. But you got your bonus action still.
Yes, I'm trying to see if any of my attacking spells are bonus action real quick.
It's that, or you can
not-
give a command to Gadsworth.
Yes. That's not the right button. Oops. That's an action. That's an action. Yep, all my spells are actions, so I'm going to move backwards if possible.
Okay. Just gotta take one swing at you real quick.
More than welcome to.
14.
That hits, doesn't it, Meta? That hits, Meta.
All right. Oof. That's 6 points of slashing as it gets you with its claw again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Raking
6.
across your arms and not liking the fact that you just shot at it.
Nope. And she's gonna look at Gadsworth and be like, "Gadsworth, little buddy, get him."
And all right. Let me
Means
see.
of attack does Gadsworth have? I'm curious.
Eye beams mostly. He can also bite. You've commanded him to attack. He's gonna use his eye ray, which he gets to chew 2 of.
Pew pew.
Okay, that's fun. That is also fun. Okay. This thing has to make a strength save and a wisdom save. Which I don't think it's great at either. It's actually better at wisdom than strength, amazingly. Alright.
Wow.
Same.
That's a failure on the strength save. A success on the wisdom. Right. This thing dodges the first beam that shoots out of Gadsworth's head, but the second one... Oh, that's actually handy. Yep. It just gets vaulted all the way back to here. Pushed by a telekinetic force. Doesn't appear to take any damage, but Gadsworth looks very proud of himself. And with that, it's Oswin's turn.
This thing's still harassed by Marshmallow, right?
Yeah.
But that's technically already been used up by an attack against it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Help only applies to the first action taken.
Oswin's torn between taking care of the one in front of her or helping Rivy over there by herself. How are you looking, Rivy?
I've taken one hit. I can take a couple more, but I'm going to be moving, so you can take care of that
Alright.
one.
Oswin starts, like, mushing their hands around in the air, like, congealing the remains of the heat into a flaming spear.
Ah, fun.
I'm going to drop it right here. Actually, no, right here.
Perfect. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm
you
gonna
do
burn
know.
myself.
All right, I'll draw a little flaming ball real quick.
Yeah.
Blurp starts sizzling.
Start to smell like burnt jello.
Ugh.
I don't want to imagine that.
Yeah. You thought you were escaping the heat, didn't you? It's not over yet. And I'm going to bonus action slam it into the sky.
All right.
That is a... Oh. Wow. Dexterity saving throw.
All right. Let's see. These guys aren't terribly dexterous, I don't think.
My save is,
They both
13.
failed to avoid the acid.
Ooh, that was a lot louder than I intended, and also a nat 1. So it takes that damage. It's getting burned.
Yeah, slam the fireball into it.
Discover Inferno.
First acid, now fire.
It's not having a good time. It does not smell very good.
God, oh god.
All right, still
Two
looks like
different
it's...
kinds of Dark Titan.
Yep.
And that is turn, because
All right.
I don't want to
then
take
we-
an attack opportunity.
Yep. Okay. Then we are back up the round.
Okay.
Ribby.
Can I have Marshmallow move before me to annoy this one, or is that going to have to be after mine?
And rules as written, you can't, but I'll allow it.
Okay. It's kind of want her to fly by and annoy it, and then I'm going to try to leave over here.
Okay. I'll allow that context. I'll give it disadvantage on the attack.
It's 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet that way. There we go.
Thank
I
goodness
will
for that.
say,
That
this
first
is-
roll is a nat 20.
This is not going to be much help. They're floating like 10 feet in the air.
And... wow. Heaven or hell. Nat 1 on the disadvantage. All right.
All right.
Nat 20, nat 1. That was amazing. This dice is fun. I'm going to keep you.
Okay. And then... Yeah, she's going to keep annoying it with the acid splash.
Go for it.
Because she saw that, Are you gonna click? 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 Okay.
Pocket acid. Pocket acid.
Aw.
She
It's
saw
not
that...
even going to bother rolling. It's going to do the same no matter what.
Well, it's it's kind of strategic. She saw that Slurp hit it with something that she knows that if it stops to wipe it off, it won't do anything. If I annoy the shit out of it,
It won't stop.
it'll fucking kill itself.
All right.
She's not stupid.
Okay.
Hi, baby.
So now, if that's at his turn, it's this little guy.
is turn.
It does not like the fact that you tore it apart so much, Clax. It is charging you.
Come on!
Immediately
It's
comes
going-
in. All right. First is an 11. That's not going to hit. You dodge its tail coming in. Okay. Woof. 23.
That would definitely hit.
Ooh.
All right. One of its claws. All right. That's just 3 points of slashing.
Mhm.
All right. Next one's a 12. And then finally the bite. Ooh, 21.
That definitely hits.
Okay. Bite is another D4. All right. So that's 4 points, and I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh.
This is interesting. All right, so as it manages to catch onto your arm, you could feel venom pumping in. This hellish landscape around you begins to twist and turn. Begins to get a little bit hazy, a little foggy. You start to see things moving that you're not entirely sure are moving. You are frightened.
Ooh.
Oh.
As you look down, this thing just seems to warp, get bigger, grow more and more limbs, look like more and more of it. This thing is going to kill me. As
Mhm.
fear and paranoia floods into your body.
I'm not feeling so hot.
And that, we're at 20 on the initiative die. Let's see what happens here.
Oh fuck, we're in a layer.
Okay. Nothing happens as of now. You're stuck with the same number you've got.
Ooh.
All right, Clax, it is your turn. You are spooked.
Yes, I do believe I'm frightened against this thing.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, frightened gives you disadvantage on attacking.
Let me
The
make
source
sure.
of fear.
Let me make absolutely sure what we're looking at here. All right.
I have my.
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight, and you can't move willingly closer to it. So yeah, you'll have disadvantage on pretty much every roll in existence, as long as that thing's alive.
Well, I do have rakish audacity. So long as another creature's not within 5 feet.
I believe
can-
disadvantage unfortunately cancels that out, though.
No, that's my point. I want to cancel out my disadvantage.
Rakish
Alright.
Audacity doesn't give you advantage.
It just gives you sneak attack, which
Ah,
disadvantage cancels out anyway, so...
yeah,
Yeah, sneak attack never works when you have disadvantage.
I see.
You can either run from it or attempt to hit it.
I'm going to use my bonus action disengage.
All right, noted.
Let's see, how far away is that? Yeah, I think I can take care of that.
Just be mindful that there's a flaming sphere right there.
All right. Going to move over here then.
Okay.
Lax is he's definitely afraid of that thing for whatever reason that's not apparent, but
Clax,
as soon as
are
he
you alright?
turns his back, and he tries to focus his head on one of the other ones.
I will allow a straight roll since it is out of line of sight with you turned around.
And would that be because flanking?
Well, technically, you're not actually flanking anyone because no one's directly across from you, but I'll allow a straight roll, but I'm still not going to allow sneak attack due to the fear and the venom in your system.
Rad. Nonetheless,
Hey.
No, straight roll that 100% hits. You've used your bonus action to disengage.
oh right, yeah. So just the rapier.
They're up here.
All right, that's actually very fitting. That hits. Wait, actually,
Hmm.
oh, that actually falls short of hitting it.
Oh,
What? Ooh.
you got a lot of armor class, boy.
Yep, you come in,
Oh,
you're
we have
shaking.
only
The rapier point scrapes against the chitin and kind of slides away and does not make purchase.
We have only been attacking with saving throw attacks.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, Clax has usually got a lot of bold spirit, but that appears to have gone completely out of him.
You guys can clearly see that there is some shit going on in Clax's head. He's jittery. You mean you heard what he was
Coming
like,
to
Oh, that must be coming through the telepathy too.
Ooh.
yeah, it would actually. It is like you are experiencing a fever dream secondhand.
Oh God.
I don't like.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's how Flaming Sphere works. It's not dumb enough to understand that with the acid.
Oh, at the start of their turns, they both take 2d4 acid.
Yep, at the start of the turn.
Oh, come on. Roll better.
All right, 3 points, noted.
And if it ends its turn there, it has to make a dex save.
Yep, it does not like the feelings it is currently experiencing. It's going to
burning
take
in
its
two
chances
different-
and attempt to crawl away from the fire over towards the squishy wizard.
I'm going to take an attack of opportunity
Yep,
Same.
with my
3 of you
thorn whip.
can.
Bitch to
I
your
am.
assholes.
Dang, that's not gonna be.
18.
18
is it?
just hits.
Does an 18 hit?
18 just hits.
And I'm gonna guess I don't have flanking
BB?
for this.
No. Did you not hear me?
Alright,
Hello?
can you not hear us?
I can hear you guys fine. Can you not hear me?
Hello?
No, we can hear
I
you.
think
Nora.
it's just Nora.
Scatha, tell Nora she can't hear.
It's
Oh,
just you,
can you hear
Nora!
Yeah. Am I back?
Oh,
No,
we
you've
can hear
been
you
here.
fine.
We can hear you.
We can hear
Okay,
you
okay,
fine.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Good,
All
good.
right.
Okay, yes, an 18 just hits.
Okay, Jesus Christ. That'll be 3 piercing, but it is drug back 10 feet?
Yep, 10 feet. Yep, you're allowed to
Drug
do
back
that with a
10
Warcaster.
feet. I am, yeah.
And I'm gonna guess I don't get advantage for flanking, huh?
Not with him running away, no.
Nah. Okay.
He is drug back 10 feet.
All right. So, Rivy, you see this thing approach you with its spear out, attempting to get away, and it gets drugged back by Oswin's whip.
Yeah. I would say it like wraps around its neck.
And seeing other things look like, yeah, it feels like it can tank. It takes the spear and it's just going to throw it at Rivy instead. With
You
a 20, with a 23.
God damn it, that won't even help if I shield.
I wonder how long until the Thrycanes start taking this personally.
I'm already taking it personally.
This is kind of technically a hate crime.
Fucking assholes.
All right, so that's just 4 points of piercing damage as it chucks its spear at you.
Alright, I'm at half.
Oh.
And the other one, meanwhile, nothing's stopping him.
Was the roll for both of them, or do I roll again for that one?
I'm pretty sure it's the same for both of them, actually. So,
I figured. I was just trying to see if I could get you to let me roll
That's what I
better.
remember. It has been a little bit since I've looked at the Tasha's spells, but that's my memory of it.
Oh, yeah. It's at the start of each of its turns.
Yep. And these two I'm having go at the same time. This one's also going to move towards you. It recognizes that you are taking some damage. Coming at you with the spear, nat 1. Nope.
Good. Fuck you, asshole.
All right.
Kited around the goddamn field, I guess.
Ugh.
And that is their turn. Slurp.
I wonder. Yeah, I think I have enough movement that I'd be able to run out of its reach. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to flank Rivy. What am I doing? I got the bugs mixed up. I'm sorry.
Hate crime!
Hey, microaggression.
Yep, whoops. Slurp is going to run here. Can't technically quite make it to the other one without taking attack of opportunity, but I'm going to put themselves in front and
Ouch.
yeah, I want to save my last spell slot, so punch. Come on.
That 100% hits.
Ish.
All right, so 6. Damn, that's minimum damage. All right, as this one gets swings back, as soon as it throws that spear, looking confident over doing damage to you, you just flash step into the front of its vision and just stalk it right underneath its chin, quote unquote.
Yeah, and it's doing the distracting thing, so if it attacks anything else, disadvantage.
Nice. It did not like that.
And since Fizz is just kind of floating up, going to take a little float back, and once again, force strike at the one that's now up against Rivy.
Noted. All right. 10 unfortunately
Yes.
misses. All right, that one that just got punched is starting to look a little rough.
Good to know.
All right, back to meta.
Ah, fantastic. I'm still completely focused on this little fucker over here.
Gotta protect your boy.
Gotta protect my boy.
Your boy.
And now that I'm actually got some proper range on him, I'm going to try another Eldritch Blast. Maybe not being point blank with that would make more sense.
14 hits this boy.
Excellent. It's 3
Three.
force damage.
All right, that hits. It does not like that at all. Looking pretty bad.
Good.
All right, you commanded Gadsworth to do anything, or you got something else planned?
No, I'm actually gonna be like Gadsworth. Give him hell again. Make him suffer.
All right,
This is
that's
great.
2d4 rolls. Okay. Oh, interesting. That's the fun one. All right, make sure which one's which here. Nice. Okay. So, first one, a wisdom save once again. Which it fails. And the other one also fails. So, as it gets gets hit again and starts getting yeeted back 30 feet, but in the process, you notice that ice is starting to break out from in between its joints as the second beam makes contact.
Ooh.
8. Shit, that's enough.
Good job,
First
As it
Gadsworth.
is flying backwards, it freezes solid and shatters against the hard rock.
Gadsworth! Fuck
First
yeah.
blood.
Excellent work, Gadsworth.
Gadsworth has tasted blood. He will kill again.
All right, which means we are at Oswin.
Alright. Osmond looks between the two crawl right here, and they're going to just move like right here, just get a little bit of a better vantage point. And they put both hands towards the flaming sphere, and with the right hand, they pull away like a tiny ember under this guy, and I use to cast Create Bonfire. Dexterity saving throw. For 6 damage.
All right.
That's it.
That's a failure. So 6 damage. Not looking
Fire
good.
damage. And then with their other hand, that was still, looking at the fireball, I'm going to bring it to right here and slam it into that guy.
Yeah, that's right. You can do that.
Yeah, it's a bonus action to control my sphere.
All right. So he has to make a dex save.
I can't move it though. You have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He passes, so he'll just take half damage.
Okay, that'll be
6.
3.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Is that a half damage or is that 0 damage?
It
okay,
should be half damage.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a dex save. Half damage.
Half damage, yeah.
Yep, that's it. All right. So 3 damage. Yeah, these guys are starting to look pretty rough. They both look like they've seen better days. They're starting to get burnt away at, and their bodies are sizzling and burning, and yet they don't seem to have much self-preservation, so they're intent to keep going.
Could you move the orb there?
Oh, yeah. Whoop, boop.
Osmond snarls at them in a tongue you guys haven't heard them use, really.
Alrighty. In that case, there. Alright. We are back up the round to Rivy.
Alright. I'm a little stuck here.
They're
Between a
starting to
rock
look
and a
pretty
hard bug.
Both of them are looking pretty rough now.
Alright. I'm gonna shift just a little bit down so I don't hit you with this. And she's gonna look at this thing, and then suddenly this ghostly wind starts around her.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, Starburst.
It's not gonna do a lot of fucking damage, but
Alright. DC 14 dex save. Which he fails. Okay. Looking pretty
You're
rough.
rolling fairly low on our damage.
That's been a consistent thing in combat you guys have been in. Except Slurp.
Yeah, except Slurp.
Well, the acid has been pitiful.
Yeah. And Klax did pretty good in that one round, though he's currently
Oh,
spooked.
yeah. Well,
Clax
would he
is
still
the
be
rogue.
spooked with the source of the fear gone, or is it because it's a venom?
Actually, we'll get to that in just a moment.
Fascinating.
Alright, so that's that. Okay. You gonna have anything else?
just gonna move around it and like to be annoying to make sure it doesn't try to wipe the acid off of itself if it actually gets a brain.
Fancy feet, okay.
Wombo combo.
Okay. Is that turn?
That's turn.
Marshmallow?
Oh, Marshmallow could fly in and out and give you advantage on one of these fellows. Which one should I do?
They both look pretty equally bad from just what you can see.
Klax is closer to this one, and he could use a sneaky attack, so I'm gonna fly by that one.
Alright, Marshmallow flies, careful to dodge the flaming sphere.
Don't want to be like a moth in a torch flame.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Marshmallow's smarter than that. Alright. Marshmallow darts around its face to distract it. And that's turn. Alright. Klax. Think that's the way it works. Yep. As it's this thing's turn again, You feel that temporary, hazy, hallucinatory effect start to fade away. Seems like it's pretty short-lasting. You are no longer frightened. It ends at the start of its turn.
Ah.
Good to know.
And it's dead, so that brings us to you.
Well, now that that is out of my system, he seems to regain his composure a little bit. Yeah. So he's gonna slide past you, Slurp. Try to deal with this one.
All right, you have flanking. Have at it. Oh, thank goodness for flanking, because that hits.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, only the rapier strike hits, but you will get sneak attack off of it. 12.
It's not bad.
How do you want to kill him?
Fucking great.
Fuck. I assume there is a. Actually, thinking about it, yeah. So he's going to notice that acid has eaten away a particular part of the carapace. And he's going to thrust his rapier right into the hole it has made.
All right, you do. So you don't see it happen, Ribby, but you see a thin needle-like blade come out of the other side of its chest, and it just hisses and seizes for a moment, goes stiff, and falls over. You see Clax on the other side.
Yeah,
He's
'cause
still
I'm pretty
shaking
sure-
a little bit, but he's seems to be regained his composure.
Plus side, your blade is really shiny right now from that acid treatment.
Get a little nice acid itching.
Not bad for the first kill for this new sword.
She nods at you and wiggles her antenna in the, way of saying thank you. He was fucking
Wiggles her
annoying.
back.
He was very annoying. I did not like him.
It's like that other thing was real annoying too.
All right. And with that, it is now the other drone's turn. Not happy about seeing its friend dead.
Another 3. Come on.
Hey, you're still chipping away at him pretty good.
What the hell?
Yeah, chip damage is still damage.
He does not look good at all.
He's
All
one
right.
good smackdown from not being on this mortal plane.
Pretty much. All right. He recognizes that fire as a threat.
Mortal plane being the operative word.
It's a bit of a wibbly wobbly thing right now. All right. This guy keeps rolling nat ones, I swear to God. All right. He comes in at Slurp with the spear, does not make contact. He is breaking down. You can see the acid on his body is starting to get
Jesus
through
Christ.
the carapace. These things do not have self-preservation. And that's his only attack, so that's all he can do.
Okay.
Slurp on.
So, because this thing hasn't been attacked since Marshmallow harassed it, I would still get advantage, right?
Right.
You would.
Okay. Come on. Oh, come on.
Both fall short, unfortunately.
Alright. Well, Fizz is just gonna shoot.
This.
Yeah,
Dang.
that figures.
You create an opening for Fizz because you're just that good.
I think it, like, ducked out of the way of it, and that just set it up for Fizz to...
Okay. Not dead yet, but he looks so
Oh,
fucked
come
up.
on!
He looks so fucked up.
That's so fucking funny.
Slurp is gonna move over here.
This is just par for the course for this crew. We can't actually kill anything.
Potentially give Klax flanking, but that's my turn.
Okay. Well, with this one having reached a threshold and all the others dead,
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
the ground starts to shake around you a little bit more.
Uh-oh.
We should grab the cube and get out.
Yeah, where is my dude with the cube?
I think
Cube
it's
has
still
been
right here.
moved. It's moving at half speed. How fast is an unseen servant? Let me scroll up. Could be scrolling for a bit, but I can do it.
I mean,
There it is.
It has a strength of 2.
Yeah, it's really not doing a great job moving that thing. It's not made it very far.
it's alright, as long as it's
You're probably not going to get out of here with it moving it. You're probably going to have to carry it yourselves.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah. Or if you get the disc up, Slurp will haul it up.
fortunately... Oh, bad location, Meta.
Oh no.
Oh no.
One of them starts coming up from underneath you.
Hmm.
And another one comes up over here. More of the little ones.
Ah, fuck.
Oh no.
But this time, right over here, a bigger one starts to rise up.
Oh, fuck.
Let me just show you.
No, fuck that!
Oh, God. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Fuck that! God damn it!
Does that thing have skull war paint on it?
Looks vaguely like skull-like patterns. It's not that much bigger than the other two. Still technically a medium-sized creature. But it does look like it has eye spots resembling a skull. You just hear this clicking sound as it looks over at all of you, seeing dead children of its own brood. Not happy. Not happy one bit. All right. Let me
We're
roll
in
initiative
danger.
for him real quick. Ooh, very high initiative from this guy, but he's still that does mean he's going to get to go next turn. All right. He has +1, so
Before us, Meta.
that's a 19.
Oof.
They're so fast.
Yeah.
And I'll leave the other two right where they are. So one of them pops up literally right underneath Meta. One pops up over here. Oh, wait, no, it was this one. All right, I completely didn't. Never mind. All right. So yeah, you've got two more of those little ones and this new big guy. And with that, Meta, it's your turn. One of them is literally right on top of you. Well, underneath you.
Yes. Meta realizing that, given the spell's past health and the fact that she is not looking great at all.
Oh, you're
Um,
not. Okay.
Yeah, no. I haven't had a whole lot of time to process that, but she's going into survival mode as she pulls out her quarterstaff and just immediately swings it down into this thing's head like, no! Back in the hole.
Whack-a-mole. All right.
Oh,
Does not hit,
why?
unfortunately. You do hit it, you just don't seem to be doing damage.
Meta!
All right. If you want Gadsworth to attack, feel free.
Yes, Gadsworth.
It may be wise to run away.
Meta,
Yes.
fuck.
He's just running this way. Nope, not
No,
doing
no.
it.
All right. 2 and 3. Okay. All right. So it needs to make a wisdom save and a dex save. 3 on the wisdom. 8 on the dex. Fails both again. Okay, so it hits it with, hits him with 2. All right, it's going to take one swing at you, Meta, before then. 21, unfortunately. That's
Tell me the
6.
damage, boss.
That's 6 points slashing.
And I'm down.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Well, that means Gadsworth can take whatever actions he wants.
Gadsworth can take whatever actions he wants. Meta is at 0.
Okay.
Berserk worth.
All right. Well, good thing he succeeded on both, because this thing is now frightened of Gadsworth. And that is really, damn, that's really high damage for the freeze ray. It's a 5 and 2 4s. All right.
I can just imagine seeing Meta go down, Gadsworth pulling out the Frighten.
Jeez, it's almost half its health.
God!
Chase them! Be unmade beasts!
Jesus. Really, berserk worth.
Gadsworth's beams are coming out a little stronger than they were before. He is angry. Just shrieking like a crazy thing, not even paying attention to the much larger creature right in front of it.
Oh, cats are.
All right, Oswin, you saw what just happened.
Fuck.
What do you do?
All right, Osmond goes right here. Fucking scoops some of the dirt and slaps it onto Meta for a cure wounds.
I cast
That's a
dirt.
6.
Nice. All right, you have 6 hit points.
Excellent. You do that, you slap the dirt in one of the wounds, and she sits up and goes, ouch. Rude.
We'll worry about it later.
Technically, by pulling... Can Oswin, like, pull that thing, or pull Meta out of that thing's attack range without provoking opportunity?
Can I? Take
Carrying is half movement, basically, so you probably
Yeah, so
would, but you would get... Well, it's already used its attack of opportunity, so...
And I'm not in its range. Oh, wait, it has
Actually,
10 foot of
you
range,
are.
yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it has a
Well,
15-foot range.
Yeah. I'm gonna... Oh, so never mind. Dragging Meta away right the second is not going to do anything for either of us.
These are an Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, everybody, if you think I'm bullshitting them.
I'm going to try anyway, just because that's what Austin's going to do. I'm going to go like right here. Pull Meta to right here.
All right.
And bonus action is like as they're dragging Meta away, Oswin like waves the fireball to slam into this guy.
All right. 2d6 fire.
Yeah. Dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Not bad.
5! Come on!
It fails the save.
Okay, well, 5. Can you move my fireball, please?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll get it.
Fucking-
Adjusting its health. Boop, 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 boop.
God, I'm just not rolling the spell well. Jesus Christ.
You're hitting average. Could be worse. Could be getting 2
Average,
ones.
yeah. True. Just fucking fight flaming spear to the face.
All right, looks
See if
pretty
it's
bad.
See if it's dumb enough to be distracted by the moving ball of fire in front of it.
Indeed. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's turn. We're back up the round again. All right, so the battlefield has changed.
Yeah.
Right. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna back the fuck up. I'm gonna get the fuck over here.
Good call.
I see this one.
Mm-hmm.
I have something that might be able to take that at least a lot down, but I'm going to have Marshmallow annoy it first if you will let me.
I'll allow it.
VV.
Annoy it.
Mhm.
How many rounds have we had so far?
I believe this is round 4.
Alright.
Okay, because Flaming Spear is a minute, so that's like 10 rounds, right?
Yep, and you summoned it on the second round. So you're
Okay,
fine.
so
You've
that's
got a ways to go.
3 rounds. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. You see
Slurp's acid is the same timer.
you see Rivi kind of like make a gesture in the air that makes a green acid bow in front of her, and then it shoots out an arrow.
Acid arrow, fun.
Ooh,
That hits.
22.
Fucking. Why?
Oh my
Jesus.
god!
Christ Almighty!
The The minimum damage squad strikes again. That still hurt him.
Yeah, but that should have done so much more!
That was my last fucking level 2 spell slot, and I wasted it on that garbage roll. You son of a bitch.
Oh. Alright, the acid hits it across its ornate head coverings. You see it sizzle a little bit. It does not appear quite as, doesn't appear quite as phased as the other ones were.
Well, it takes...
You know, it's still gonna take some more damage next turn,
Next
so that's
turn.
still good.
Maybe I can roll something more than fucking 7 damage on 44.
Just
doubt it, but...
Which is coming a lot sooner. Alright, this one, which is still on fire.
Is it smart enough to not attack the flaming sphere?
It has tremor sense, so
Ah,
that's technically floating above the ground.
yeah.
What is it gonna do now that its boss is awake? Sarah felt a lot of movement. Okay. It is gonna skitter on over. Let's see, that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Good night, Grayson.
You know,
Come on, guess after me.
First things first, Oswald, a bite attack incoming with a soft 20.
That hits.
I need a wisdom save from you.
Ooh, fuck. Okay,
You passed, okay.
20. And
So
a
you take,
Constitution saving throw because concentration.
which you're fine.
Natural 20.
You are pissed off. Okay, so
Yeah.
you just take 5 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Ow. Okay.
Your more mineral-like anatomy granting you some resistance. Claws, 21.
That hits.
3 points of slashing.
All right.
That's a 10. Second attack is
That
not going to
misses.
hit. And the tail of 14.
That just misses.
Good for you. All right. Hit you
Yeah.
a couple of times, but you managed to get it away for the latter two. Managed to keep it away from Meta as it's just flashing or slashing around wildly.
Oswald is essentially using their body to shield Meta from the swinging appendages.
All right. It's now the big guy's turn. Oh, wait. No, wait. I forgot. There's another
okay.
drone over here.
Yeah.
This one will charge at Clax. Incoming bite. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Not again.
3.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Another wisdom save.
Oh yeah, I got it. Let's play get 2.1s. I'm going to keep my concentration, but I got to do this anyway.
That's a con
Okay,
save,
fine.
not a wisdom. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's
I know.
right. That's right.
No.
Yep,
no.
I know.
Yeah.
I got mixed up. That's my bad.
So I roll.
I need a
Wisdom
wisdom
save.
save.
Oh no.
You pass. You're fine. You feel your head start to get hazy again, but thankfully it doesn't quite set.
How
But
much
it's
damage is
not
that?
You're
That
used to it now.
I haven't done damage yet. That is 3 points of piercing.
Mhm.
21 with the first claw. Once again, 3 points. Minimum damage. Damn. All right. All right, and 18 with the third claw.
Yep.
Rolling high today. All right, 4 points. And its tail. That one, it misses.
Ah.
All right. Now it's the big guy's turn. He
Well,
takes some acid damage.
Yes, 2d4.
I think it's at the end of his turn.
Noted, though. The end of its next turn.
Oh, that's
Yep.
pretty good though.
That's not bad, yeah. I'll
Better
make a
than
note of
anything
that.
else I've rolled.
That's almost max.
All right, I will make a note of that.
Somebody started.
I'll add that on at the end of its turn.
Fucking finally started rolling good, son of a bitch. The wretched dice.
The wretched Kananoge.
It's gonna take a swing at Gadsworth
Hmm.
with a staff in its hand.
Rude.
Rude dude.
And amazingly misses. Jeez, it was a 3 on the die, Gadsworth. Lucky duck.
Oh, fuck!
Gadsworth ducks out of the way.
Gadsworth
Like a
is
leaf on the
going
wind.
beast this fight.
Yeah. Meta got taken down. Gadsworth is not happy.
Gadsworth is taking the boss. The balloon is taking the boss.
And you, like I said, he's the best friend I'll ever make.
You've engaged Gadsworth's face too.
All
The
right.
enraged timer.
Indeed. All right.
Let's hope that they don't have another attack to hit Gadsworth.
Well, he's not going after Gadsworth this time.
Okay, God. Oh, God.
All right. Okay, that is a soft 20 to hit Clax.
Oh.
As it sticks out a hand and a beam of greenish energy similar to the one Rivi used, but a little different, lashes out.
This fucker's got magic.
Yeah,
Let's
20
see.
would definitely hit me.
Yep.
It grew a fancy hat and carries a stick. Of course it has magic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a D8.
Convergent evolution, wizard.
Okay, that's 8 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a con save.
Ouch.
You're fine. Okay. You still got hit by a pretty nasty beam that leaves you feeling a little sick to your stomach.
Ooh.
And it's going to start crawling towards the wounded ones over here.
Oh, God.
Gadsworth attack of opportunity?
He will try. Jesus Christ, a nat 20?
Gadsworth's on a rampage.
Oh, God.
See,
No,
see,
Okay, Callie, Vivi, this is the love phenomenon all over again.
Really?
so the way I would flavor it is that Meta made 100% sure that not only was her patron happy with Gadsworth, that he met and befriended Gadsworth.
All right. That's still only 2 damage.
He's still a balloon.
It's the angriest
Two
balloon.
more damage.
As he's crawling away, Gadsworth bites him.
Punches into his bug ass.
You looking like a snack.
All right.
I'll eat your brother.
That is its turn. It is now yours, Clax.
Oh, God, this fucker's still here, too.
Give it
I
time.
mean, if I roll
He's
good with the
golfing.
acid on the beginning of its turn, it might not be.
Yeah.
All right. Bonus action disengage, so I don't get swung on the. Try to get away from this thing. And I will activate Rakish Audacity.
Go for it.
Rakish Audacity is always on. You don't need to worry about activating it.
Oh yeah, I'm just declaring my
Kind of like you
intentions.
said, like Rakasha.
All right.
You,
Okay. The short sword
disengage.
hits. I will allow the short sword to be your main attack in this instance.
that case, that'd be a 2 plus. That'd be a total of 5 piercing.
All right, noted. And you will get sneak attack.
Get it.
Nice.
Not dead, but looking pretty bad. Took a good meaty hit from that. All right. That's turn for you then. All right, let's roll that acid damage real quick.
Come on.
Yes!
Yeah, it's
Hey!
Pog.
Dead?
Yeah, it's
There
dead.
you go.
Fucking Christ.
God, I'm just imagining it starting its turn and just melting into soup.
It
Yeah.
fucking tries to turn around and swing at me, only to collapse into a pile of its own goo.
Slurp's just like, pre-digested.
You're in the Blob remake now.
So, does that mean Slurp's turn?
Yep, it's your turn.
I would appreciate some assistance.
Goes, yeah. Could I use my bonus action ahead of my normal turns to just have Fizz try to force strike it?
Sure. That fits. 4 force to the little guy here. All right. Not dead, but didn't like that. Slurp still moves over here, but Slurp does fire off a firebolt at it, at the drone harassing Clax. Okay. That hits.
Ooh.
Okay. Looking pretty rough, but still standing.
Okay. Oh, let's see. How far did I move? Okay, yeah, I'll move here. Oh, no.
Fireball.
Yeah, and also attack of opportunity, so I don't want to do that. I'll just stay there.
I think he said a 15-foot attack range with that thing.
Yeah, with its claws.
Yeah.
So you
But-
would still be in a. I don't think you would leave it.
I forgot about the fire.
threat range.
You're fine, actually.
Actually, then thinking of the fire, I'll move here.
Well, the
That's
fire
true.
is just 5 feet. You would find that other spot too.
This is the first time you've seen Oswin use that spell, though, so you don't know.
Yeah, true, true.
But yeah,
Meta would get
will
a
be there,
flanking at least.
Yep.
trying to be
Yeah.
as intimidating to this thing as possible, or attention grabbing, without attacking it. But that's my turn.
All right.
Can I say something to Meta?
Reaction, sure.
Meta, just get away from this thing now.
No.
Now.
Mostly because I don't think I can get away without me hitting me. Every time
No,
I've tried
you
to
could-
run away, it's hit me. And if I leave this one,
Disengage.
the other one will bite me.
So
Points
I think
at the
you
dog.
have 30 feet of movement.
You could disengage and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, you could
You know-
disengage and move 30 feet. Its range is 15.
Sure.
Technically, if you would like disengaged and repositioned over here, you could use any line spells you have.
Well, that'd be your action, but still.
Yeah, next turn.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I'm gonna do that. Disengage and be like limping over here, like, don't mind me.
Oswald's just like,
right,
Oswald's just
you-
like, go, go, go.
I
You
will
walk
say
around
that
Oswin as the shield.
I will say that the giant bones will provide half cover for you.
I was about to
Fucking
say, it's like,
fuck.
yes, take shelter in the ribcage.
Okay,
Oh, God.
disengage.
But
Dive
as
into
she's
the
leaving,
skeleton, it's like, wait, that Riffy.
as she's leaving, the other one is like, I tell you to not be afraid, but Gadsworth's more pissed off than I am. Have fun, buddy. Tear him a new one.
All right, Gadsworth's targeting the big guy. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he just fucking kills him. Nothing surprising.
It is the real captain.
The ship's named after him for a reason, damn it. All right.
Okay.
In
Okay.
hindsight, the whoopee cushion bearing is just the best thing I've ever done.
It might save your life.
Uh,
All right, what you got here? Okay. 1 and a. Okay. 1 and 2. Wow. Okay, so it has to make 2 wisdom saves. Succeeds on the first one. Don't need that one anymore. It's a +4 to that, so 12. Remind me, with familiar attacks, do they match your DC, or do you need an invocation for that?
I think it's... Oh, if they deliver a spell through
If
familiar,
if I deliver a spell through Gadsworth, it matches mine. But other than that, I think it goes off of its own stats.
In that case, he just passes both saves. Damn.
Aw.
Yep, so both beams hit it and nothing really seems to take. But Gadsworth's still pissed about it. So, bonus action aggressive, he's going to move right towards him. He is too dumb.
No,
Too blinded with rage.
Gadsworth, the fireball!
Oh god, he's got his ear pods in.
Oh no! Okay.
And that's Gadsworth's turn. Oswin?
Is the ground still rumbling beneath us?
I mean, it still looks kind of twisted, but it's not like shaking. The rumbling was them coming out of the dirt.
Yeah. I'm debating if I'm going to do a spell, because if there's still things underneath us, that would be bad. But there is a lot here right this second.
There is. Gadsworth's floating off the ground, so any earth-based attack wouldn't hurt him.
Fine. Yeah. I just don't want to wake up any more crawl if they're underneath us.
You guys have been running around making noise already. Who knows?
Yeah, true. I'm gonna take a step right up here. And I'm going to cast Earth Tremor at 2nd level. I should have.
Alright, so another d6.
Yeah. Oh, come on!
Beans. You know what? Could you roll it at the proper level? I'm not going to count those.
It won't let
gotta
me.
end up last.
I'm just gonna roll the 2d6 because it won't. It didn't ask me what level to cast it at.
Interesting. That's better.
Me. Oh, it's the same damage.
Oh, it's one better.
It's one higher.
One more. Okay, one higher. I'll take it. Dexterity saving throws, please.
All right, they're both not great at that.
And the end. Wait, is the Earth is not particularly solid, right?
Yeah, not really.
It is now difficult terrain.
Noted. Okay.
And 10 feet around me is now difficult terrain.
I'm gonna draw a cube.
You don't need to make that, Slurp. I moved up so you didn't.
All right. Just gonna put that down right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's difficult terrain.
All around me.
Okay. And
yeah.
Just for the sake of notes. And they must make saves. Big one and little one.
Yes.
Lucky you, they both fail.
Yeah, 7 to both. Is the little guy still alive?
No.
Yes! Fuck.
You, as the earth gets crunched up and impacted, it gets crunched beneath 2 shifting bits of stone. Pierced by it, like the male Mudo.
Ooh. Okay, Christ. And 10, 20. No, that'll still get slurp.
I have not taken any damage this entire encounter, so
then I
want to.
Just well, it'll be at the end of if you end your turn there. I'm going to move my orb right next to Slurp and slam it into the big guy.
All right, deck save.
Deck save, yeah. So if you end your turn, Slurp, you got to make a save, but you can just like scooch over and you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, he fails the save, so give me that damage.
Hey, flaming sphere, go! To 11!
Nice.
Holy shit! Finally.
Oh, fucking finally!
That's good. You guys are finding it.
God, damn it! That is my last second. That Earth Tremor was my last second level spell, but still, fuck.
All right. He's starting to look rough.
Starting.
Oswin snarls in Terran to eat shit.
All right. Rivy?
If you'll still allow me to annoy it with marshmallow first, I'm gonna do something really stupid.
I love stupid. Do it.
Alright. Annoy the big guy with marshmallow.
Can you move the fireball right here?
Yes.
Rivy is going to stare at it for a second, decide, fuck you. You don't get my spells.
What?
You're attacking the big guy?
Yep. I don't know if
Does
that's
not
gonna
hit.
Just fucking throw a rock at it. Fuck you.
Bonk.
Ping.
You just conk. Oswin, you just look over and see a rock hit it in the side of the head, and it just head goes over in Rivy's direction.
Really?
Give it a very, very angry antenna wiggle that is very not civilized. The language.
Clax is scandalized.
That might be because
Right.
I'm almost out of spell slots, and it's like, I'm not close enough to do anything else.
Fair.
Alright. It got hit pretty damn hard earlier, so the big one screeches out a cry, and the little one is going to take an attack of opportunity to rush over to Slurp. So, Clax, you can attack it if you please.
Oh, thank
Please.
God.
That hits him.
I was hyperventilating for a moment. I was like, oh God, I'm going to go down.
Alright.
Ooh.
That hits him.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
11.
Damn.
Hit it like an insect specimen.
He's dead.
Fucking skewer that thing while it tries to run over.
Alright, they're out of the fight.
Yeah. All right, big guy, come on, I'm right here.
You fucked up, big guy. You don't fucked up.
Oswin does actually like beat their chest.
Yeah, there was a split moment. Clax is like, oh, thank God. And that thing was about to fuck me up.
It crawls towards Oswin. Difficult terrain taken into account. Slurp, you can attack of opportunity if you wish.
Yeah, I really need to get Sentinel next level.
27
Yes.
hits.
Oh my
Fuck it up.
And it has disadvantage on other targets.
That it does.
On attacks, it's not doesn't help with spells.
Not magic, no, but attacks, yes. Alright. What are you gonna do to me, big guy?
Okay. Does that apply to spell attacks as well?
What's
Attack
popped up there
roll.
is exactly copied
Attack
from the.
rolls.
So
It
I
says,
mean,
it says attack rolls, doesn't specify melee only, so yeah. It's going to get disadvantage on this. First thing, it attacks you with its staff. Okay, that is a 12.
That misses.
The staff, the other one, as you dodge out of the way. Ooh, 19.
Ooh, that hits.
Okay. As you dodge out of the way, another one of its long spindly limbs hooks out and pierces in right at the base of your neck and shoulder.
Ooh.
And it casts Vampiric Touch on you.
Ooh.
ouchie.
you take 3d6, 9 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
And it looks
getting
like it's
drank.
starting to regain a little bit of health.
Oswin grits their teeth and they're still up, but ow!
getting blood from the stone.
I must make a concentration check. Oh yeah, I'm fine.
All right. It has still got that piercing appendage in your shoulder for the moment. It's locked in and it appears to be draining blood out of you.
I am being drunk.
Offended Jello noises. I'm the literal snack here. Hit me.
This is what Osmond wanted, though. Osmond wanted to draw the attack away.
Yep. All right. Which brings us to Clax.
Oh boy. Well, gonna fucking crawl over that fucking corpse. Let's start swinging.
Get it,
Uh,
Clax.
For flavor, can Osmond grab the appendage and hold it in place?
Sure, for flavor. All right.
Yeah.
The rapier strike hits. Seven and 9, 16. Nice. Oh, that really hurts it. All right, you managed to get a really meaty hit on the abdomen as it's distracted, draining Oswin.
Sweet. So, hold on, that was 25 feet of movement. I used my bonus action to attack, so yeah. Alrighty, that's my turn then.
All right.
Slurp.
Slurp the glurp.
Yep,
Slurp
your
feeling
turn.
a little. Slurp feeling a little offended that he's basically they've been ignored this entire encounter. Runs around the difficult terrain and then up to here.
Yep.
Well, I can't get flanking with Gadsworth, can I? Being
You
up
can
familiar?
move through your ally, too.
No, I know, but it's just I don't know if I can get flanking from you here or with Gadsworth here.
It would be with Gadsworth right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
Box him in.
yep. Punch.
That hits.
I roll consistently good with the punches.
Whoa!
Yes!
13!
Max damage.
Wallop him.
Damn!
Wallop him in his dumb chitinous face. Oops, that was racist.
A hate
Oh,
crime
man.
against yourself. Damn!
Not liking how that felt. All right.
And then Fizz, once again, just phew.
That hits. Oh, he's
Minimal
looking so
damage on
bad.
Fizz, though.
He's looking so bad, but he is still standing.
Get
All right.
Yeah, it's like
revenge.
Fizz when they went up, like, punched it, and he's just like, I wonder how you'll taste. Just nonchalantly.
Don't eat these things!
All right, and with that, we are to meta.
Get your revenge.
Meta's like, and they're all surrounding him. All right. And, like, she reaches out to Gadsworth's mind. Is like, hey, bud, just gonna borrow you for a second. Aim the big eye at the guy. And I'm trying to see if this counts as a ranged attack. That's a ranged spell attack. I built a lot of ranged spells into this.
Yeah, you can only do touch spells through Gadsworth.
I can only do touch spells through Gadsworth. Son
But
of
he
a
has his
gun.
eye raise, so you know.
Yeah, because otherwise, familiars would be like ranged drones you could snipe from.
That's a shame. that should happen at some point. So I'm actually going to use my main action to do Cure Wounds.
Good idea. You were pretty.
Because I'm at 6 hit points total.
All right.
Okay, so I have to do level. I only have level. I have level 2 spells.
Yep,
so
you're level
I
2.
Have to do level 2.
Man, I just had the dumbest visual idea.
All right.
Oh my god.
You get 6 back.
Hey, you doubled your health.
I doubled my health. It's not bad. And then I just go, Gadsworth, let him feel pain.
Right. Twin eye beams. Here we come.
Is Gadsworth gonna finish this way?
Do it, Gadsworth.
We'll see. That would be really funny. Alright. Okay. Failure. 1 success, so he's only going to take half damage from this one. That might be enough.
Not. I am next.
Oh boy, Gadsworth, this is going to go to your head so bad.
Oh no.
So Gadsworth, remembering what he did before with the one that he did, floats up into the air, eyes glowing. They briefly hit that same rainbow hue that you had when you made contact with your patron. And this thing gets floated up into the air
Oh.
and gets dropped down with telekinetic force and squished.
Ooh.
It twitches and goes still.
Gadsworth was the boss.
Its fucking staff is mine now.
That's hilarious. That's so fucking stupid.
Good job, Gadsworth.
Okay, so maybe the ball bearing was a good idea.
Oh.
Meta like clambers out of the skeleton of the giant, like smelled like rust.
Is there anything else rumbling, or does it say that was the last of them?
Seems that was it.
Let's not stick around to find out, please.
Yeah. Osmond dismisses the flaming spear.
Slurp can't help.
Yeah. You go.
Slurp can't help themselves, and they're gonna search the big one's body.
That's a good idea, actually.
You find the staff it was using. It's made out of a bit of that dead tree. One of those dead trees.
Oops.
Outside of that, it really wasn't carrying anything.
I didn't think so, but I just wanted to double check.
Do you want the staff?
How much effort would it take to take that thing's head off?
Not much. I mean, there's not much of a head left. It literally got flattened.
Well, shit. I'll take the crest as the fucking death's head symbol.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, that's a good trophy.
Yep, you can take that easily enough. No rolls needed.
Take the crest and the staff as trophies.
Yeah, fucking wrench the crest off and just.
Oh, actually,
Like, fuck
Thing-
you.
I did have another idea, but I don't want to take too much time if we are running
Mhm.
late.
Do
But
you want?
Oh, sorry.
No, try
That's
to. Do you want the staff, Slurp?
I don't need to use it unless it's got magic up.
It
Have it
doesn't.
overtime.
I mean, you don't know. You haven't checked.
But
Sure.
Slurp, seeing the drones and how they seem to have like a venom, wants to try extracting some of the venom.
Okay. All right.
Alchemist supplies or a medicine.
Alchemist supplies or a medicine or a survival.
My alchemies are better because I use intelligence.
While they're doing
Oh,
that.
dang it. I kind of have it.
No, we're pretty good.
All right.
I don't know, but saying a 21 is like,
You get 1 vial of crawl drone venom.
I want to take a look at these red crystals real quick.
Slurp will actually hand that to Klex and say, "Here, this may give one of your blades some oomph sometime."
It does the same thing. It's a DC 11 wisdom save that applies a fear effect until the beginning of your next turn.
DC
11.
What'd you say?
11.
It's not a super strong poison. It's designed to be used when attacking in groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be useful if still be useful if doused in a weapon.
Yeah.
Can I roll something on these crystals?
You can, sure.
Okay, from one rock to another. Arcana or nature?
You can try nature, though. You have a feeling this is probably an Arcana thing.
I'm better at nature, but Arcana is more appropriate. I'll go for Arcana. Not gonna be super high. Hey, soft 20.
Those ain't rocks.
Oh,
You don't know what
What
they
is
are,
it?
but those ain't rocks. You know this
Can
is
I-
infernal hell stuff, so
Crystallized blood.
Can
Very
we chip some
possible.
away?
I'm. You think it'd be dangerous if I took one of these?
standing within
Yes.
5 feet of it, you can feel a lot of heat coming off of those.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nah.
Leave the demonic crystal alone.
actually, oh god, actually, oh, I did actually write it down, but one of Slurp's flaws, I actually have to write it down on my actual character sheet, is their overwhelming curiosity.
Oh no.
After getting the drug poison, if they see Oswald start being curious about it, Slurp will be like, "Ooh, interesting," and just break off a chunk.
All right. Slurp, you take 11 points of fire damage immediately.
Ooh.
You just touched something molten.
Osmond grabs Slurp and pulls them away.
Just look at the glove that's now smoking. It's like, ow.
What did
You
I
alright?
say about touching the demonic crystal?
None
By
of
the
the
way-
crawl hurt me, but then I hurt myself on accident willingly.
Okay, how conscious is everybody?
Barely. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll pop up
Alright,
the floating disc and
Meta?
Gadsworth, help him out, please.
Gadsworth helps float the cube a little bit, takes some of the weight off. You get it onto the floating disc. Let's see. Yeah, in about an hour.
Gadsworth has a fucking complex now.
Gadsworth is looking a little puffed up,
Are you-
yeah.
Are you alright, Meta?
I do have one spell to be able to heal for one healing spell if anyone
I
needs it.
don't need the healing, but fuck. No.
I will use defensive shield to get myself my 3 temporary HP back that I just used blowing myself up.
Right.
Fuck.
With-
Also,
Huh?
I'm just gonna fucking light this corpse on fire.
That's fair. All right. Taking the relic, this bizarre, seemingly inert cube, onto the floating disc. It does not take long to get back to the ship, thankfully. It is an eventless hike back.
Good.
Oh, thank goodness.
As walking back, Slurp's like, I am definitely looking at that cube. It is technology I've never seen before.
Make sure not to poke it and activate it and blow us all up.
Oh no, I will. I agree. I will only look. I won't touch.
Can I just do just because Osmond's worried about everybody? Can I just do a medicine check as they just check everybody?
You can, but that's going to be the last thing before we move on.
Okay. Yeah.
We're running low on time here.
Gotcha.
All right,
13.
13. Everyone's conscious. You think with some night's rest, everyone should be okay. All right. You make it back to the ship. The cube is there. So you store it away in cargo. relay what happened. Learned, thankfully, no crawl emerged. It appears the giants probably dealt with the majority of them during their time here, before whatever happened. And you depart for the stars, whichever one of you is piloting.
I think Mena would probably hop in the pilot seat for this one. Even though she's probably the most injured from this fight.
Now, the piece of being attached to the ship is nice. And
Slurp could take over because they were the least hurt.
whichever one, you guys can take shifts.
It's fine. You got to fly here. Let me fly back.
You take your spoil. Thankfully, it does not seem to be active. And you resume your trek back into the atmosphere, now into space, making your way back to the Rock of Brawl. And that is where we will end.